set up a whole bunch of stuff. And now I also forgot to turn on my video camera because I'm a
Hey,
pirate today,
there we go.
and all that. So we're gonna have a ton of fun today. So
Arr.
today we have a official "Drink to the Past" theme song that I
Oh my
wrote one
gosh,
time.
yes.
So this is gonna be fun. And let me start the audio version with this time instead of what I usually start it with. So here we go. Sailors brave, we ranted and raved, and sang we sailed along. We were seeking fishing spots near not the sea where we belong. A great storm came about, but we stood strong and stout. Our village was on the line. As our ship tossed and rolled, our fate did unfold. We accepted it might be our time. I was hurt. Choking up some. I woke on the shore, was afraid I'm alone. All my sight I had no supply, but the knife by my side and some. That song has an ending to it, and I'll record a full version later. But let's get into some other stuff. So,
All right. I
Alright.
just had to check, but you were cutting out in the Discord, so
Yeah,
I had
okay.
to check the YouTube audio to make
I
sure
think
you
I
weren't
could
cutting out
come
there.
through the YouTube. Okay,
Yeah.
so I don't want to.
Yeah,
I don't
think
want to
Kevin
sing
and
too
I
long
caught-
because it's kind of late, and my neighbors get angry about stuff like that. You know,
They get
so
angry
This
about
is,
which
this is
music.
fair.
it's hard being a bagpiper in an apartment complex. Is all I will say about that.
Yeah,
Anyway.
funny thing
You
about
could have ended it after Bagpiper, right?
Yeah. All right. So, anywho, yeah. All right. So let's get on to the podcast topics for today, which are the news and booze, and then we're going to be playing some D&D for you.
Alright.
So, welcome to anybody who is watching us, which is currently one whole streamer. Oh, viewer. That's what that says. Which is probably Chris, who is checking the audio.
Yeah.
So, welcome to Chris. I'm so glad you joined me today.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Probably
if you're
Chris.
catching this either live or on demand later, then doesn't matter to me. We'll still drink to you. We appreciate you. Chris, are you still streaming that? Are you still watching that? Because I'm hearing the audio coming double back through. My end.
I am not watching that. Maybe you have yours open in the back?
You fool.
I mean, I have a tab open for it, but it usually doesn't play the audio. Yeah, mine's muted.
Mine is
So-
also muted.
Okay, well, I'm going
That's
to blame you
interesting.
anyway, and we're going to have to drink to that. So
Alright.
sorry if
Yeah.
there's a little bit of a doubling audio. It's very quiet on the double back, so I'm not totally sure what that is, but we have to drink anyway.
Alright.
Oh, okay.
So today is Sean Drinks Something Stupid is a little pina colada, which is one of those little, I haven't done one of these in a while, one of them little drop it in and mix it with a shot of blank little bottles that my wife got me one time. And this one actually, I mean, it tastes like a pina colada. It's hard to fuck that up. So, yeah, that's not bad. And I got it in my cool little pirate bottle. So I like drinking rum out of this thing anyway.
And I am drinking good old standby left hand peanut butter milk stout. So
That's good stuff. Crow, Kevin, what are you guys drinking? Only the best.
Only the best. I had. So I figured I would get in the piratey spirit and open a bottle of 19 crimes because I'm pretty sure that's how many crimes my character will be convicted of being caught in a given day.
At a minute, at a minimum.
At a minimum.
Hawkeye
Yeah, that's the
99
caveat,
in the
being
chat
caught.
says hello, so we actually have a viewer and he's paying attention enough to comment. So that means we all have to drink, I'm pretty sure. Kevin, what you drinking?
I recently moved to Maine. So I've been enjoying the local Maine brews. And I went a little more self-centered with the thought on this, not pirate themed, but I'm drinking apostrophe IPA because as you know, my last name has an apostrophe in it. and I saw it and was like, apostrophe IPA. I could drink to that. It's from some brewing company in Maine.
Here is
Yeah,
how
that's
hard
what
my brain is working to connect things. When you said apostrophe, I thought asterisk, and what kind of asterisk?
Asterisk in your name?
It's like they spelled it wrong, but I put an asterisk at the end. It's like, it's Kevin, but it's really, there's an E at the end, but I had to correct it, so it's an apostrophe. Kevin.
Yeah. All right. Well, let me know if this bagpipe is slightly too loud, because I forgot to do a sound check on that part. So yell at me if it's too loud. Is that too loud? Can you hear that? That's
I can hear
kinda
that,
quiet on
yeah.
my amp.
We'll
Okay, so
yar
hopefully
at
that'll be
you.
okay. Yeah, because we have to do our theme song for the News and Booze. So there.
So there.
All right. So now that we've got the theme song for News and Booze out of the way, we can do News and Booze. So, video game news of the week is presented to you by getting drunk and talking about shit.
It's presented to you as a disappointment.
Yeah, so the first topic of News and Booze we have here is the Mortal Kombat movie has been delayed. We will have to wait an additional week to see it because, according to Warner Brothers, Godzilla vs. Kong is the new highest gross. Godzilla vs. Kong needs room to breathe, which, on an unrelated note, Godzilla vs. Kong is now the highest grossing film in box office numbers since the beginning of the pandemic. So hooray for that, because I fucking love Godzilla. So I am just super happy. I went out and saw it, and that was cool. And it was a little freaky because there was a lot more people in the theater than there have been lately, because most of the time when I go to the theater, it's been like nobody. But I guess on opening night for Godzilla, it was a popular time to go. So they're still like at a limited capacity, so it's not like full, but it's like, considering how empty it's been, it felt really full, and it was weird. And I was like, I'm vaccinated, it's okay, but it's still kind of weird.
It's like
being in a room with this many people, but I was super excited
shock.
to see that. So yeah, you guys like Godzilla? I say, just completely glazing over the video game part of this topic.
Godzilla's a good
I
man.
picked this topic just so that I could talk about Godzilla.
Just so you could weasel Godzilla in there. Let's be honest. Godzilla vs. Kong is the bigger movie here.
Yeah.
A lot.
I mean, I'm gonna see the Mortal Kombat movie too. I'm kind of hyped for that, but like, I'm a huge Godzilla fan, so I got my Godzilla lands right up here somewhere.
You gotta love the morons who are like, but what does the movie say about the human condition? So
It
that
says that the human condition needs to be eaten by a goddamn monster.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a fair point.
We like to watch giant monsters fighting.
Yeah. You know,
What else is there to understand?
Yeah. So yeah, here, let me see if I can find one of my Godzilla cards real quick, because gotta plug my Godzilla cards. Yeah, I got my fucking magic cards right here.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
I remember I was around. That was the first episode I hopped on. Was you open these guys?
Oh yeah, I got the.
That was a good time.
Hey.
We got Magic the Gathering Strixhaven coming out soon too.
Yeah.
So you joined for MTG one. I joined for. I mean, it was just general card games, but I think we ended up settling on Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, we
All
talked
right.
a lot about Yu-Gi-Oh, some about Magic. Yeah, and that was fun.
And motorcycles.
And card games on motorcycles.
Yes,
Okay,
card
well,
games should
here's
never
a-
be played on
Here's
motorcycles.
Godzilla in a planes.
No,
so
but I tried.
that's close enough.
You know, for a moment there, I thought you said, "Here's Godzilla in a plane."
I am tired of
He's
this
flying it.
fucking Godzilla's on this motherfucking plane.
He's tired of walking everywhere, man.
No, I thought it was monkey fighting snakes on this
Dragon
Monday
Ball.
through Friday plane. Maybe I was sheltered.
Probably hard to see that on the stream.
It's a little blurry.
Close enough.
Yeah,
All right. I can't
yes,
find King of the Monsters, and it's hard to sort through an entire 100 card deck that's all.
I
of
love
these
it's all
giant
top
top
loaded.
loaders.
I wish they were all different top loaders too.
That would have been cool.
Yeah. Impossible to shuffle, but still cool.
Right. All right. Hey, look, dice. I will need these later. Now, yeah, all right. We've babbled on about non-video game stuff enough that we have to drink, but I'll drink to Godzilla any fucking time, man.
Of course.
I've been in a Godzilla mood. I've like as soon as I saw that, I was just like, yes, I need to go watch all of the old Godzilla movies, and I've been watching a bunch of the, not the old ones, but like the ones that were made in like the mid 2000s. And those are some of the most hype ones because there's some of those that are just like not afraid to like just be anime as fuck. It's great.
I mean, when are you not in a Godzilla mood?
There's not a lot of times, honestly.
Exactly.
So, all right, shall we get on to the next piece of news and booze, or does anybody have anything more to say about Godzilla and/or Mortal Kombat?
What else is there
I
to
thought we
say?
did talk about Mortal Kombat.
They should do a
Glossed over that so
crossover.
quick.
I want to
I
see
would
Shang
watch the
Tsung
shit
turn
out of
into like Jet Jaguar or something and fight him.
Nice.
Sub-Zero versus Godzilla.
That's what we need.
I would watch this.
I'd watch that for
My
$1.
money's on Godzilla.
Yeah, for Sub-Zero.
Pac-Man 99 is a thing. It was announced Tuesday and came out Wednesday. Just kind of
That's
randomly,
not what I want.
Nintendo announced that, hey, this is the next thing. Some people are calling it the replacement to Super Mario 35.
Yes.
It's not exactly a replacement because obviously it's a 99. It's not a 35, but it's the next thing in this series of Nintendo is making things on their online service that are battle royale versions of classic games. So it's kind of neat looking. I really suck at Pac-Man.
Oh, I
So
love
I have
Pac-Man.
I have not tried this, but I'm like, it does look kind of neat. I might download it and give it a go just for shits and giggles. I think might be fun.
I had a Pac-Man 3D game on the PC back when I was in like elementary school. Granted, this was like Windows Vista or 98 or whatever it was at the like turn of the century.
XP?
It was so bad.
Oh yeah, there's some rank Pac-Man games out there, but I feel like it's like it's so bad it's good kind of. I love bad video games. What people call
Right.
bad video games because they're usually not as terrible, but I like the
Right.
crap factor of them.
Dude,
Let me
Kevin,
play
you were
Jim
on when I-
Powers in 3D World.
Weren't you?
What's that?
Weren't you on when I streamed Sonic 06?
Oh yeah, it was such a
Yeah,
good
that-
time too.
It was
I
awesome.
mean,
that was
it's
the first time the two of us
Especially
met.
since I took 4
Yes.
shots at the start of the episode.
yes, you just have to play those games for like just the posterity of them because they're video games. Someone went out there and made that game.
A lot of
And
someone's
it's
put a lot of effort into making some genuinely terrible games.
yeah, and they need to be played.
I truly believe with video games and with movies as well, there is a parabolic graph of good bad value where like it's like an inverse U where stuff can start out really good and then as it gets worse it dips down into really bad and then as it continues to get worse it jumps back up to being so bad that it's good.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
for the economics folks out there.
Magic.
It's like reverse diminishing marginal utility.
And then
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
the
It's just
Star
like,
Wars
should you eat
holiday
a whole
special.
pizza? Oh my gosh, I love the Star Wars Holiday Special so much. It's the
I've never
perfect
seen
thing
it.
to watch at 3 in the morning with a burrito and like a 12-pack,
The
16-pack, 40-pack of
I'm
beer.
pretty sure he
always
watches
hold
porn
it,
in
see
the
it, but
middle of
it's-
it. I don't
they
know what to
just-
say.
Yeah, it is. It pretty much is. It's
They won't
space
put it on
porn.
any streaming service, so I can't find it. Maybe
The-
I'll like
you
try and find it on the.
Oh, they're
You
trying. They
can't.
want it
It's-
buried.
or something.
Yeah, there's someone out there whose like full-time job it is to like shoot every video of that down, but we snagged it somewhere, and it was a romp. I had to do a hard sell to get some friends to watch it, but
Well,
we
now
sat
that,
down a few times. It was good.
now
We
the
should have-
Disney Corporation is in control, and they are when they're protective of their IP, and it's something like this.
So I've never seen it.
Good luck.
When the holidays come around, Kevin, would you be okay with like hosting a movie night and we just have a drink to the past style watching?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
This
It
is
Yeah.
sounds like an incredible idea, and I will get so drunk.
Yeah, you have to. You have to
That is a
endure it.
promise.
Like the best is like, and to not stray too far into this, but there's like a
Mhm.
B. Arthur scene, and B. Arthur is like closing down the bar because like the Empire's shutting down this one little bar somewhere, and it's just like breaks out into song and everything. It's so great. It is just so great. The movie just lulls you into like thinking it's going to be like a Star Wars movie, and it's just variety hour where you got like your space infomercials, you've got like space combat things, but then it's
We've
like
got whip,
space
whip,
porn for
stir,
20 minutes.
Whip, stir, whip.
Wimster who?
Whip, stir, whip, stir, whip.
Webster.
I think every time Chris makes a reference I don't understand, I'm gonna drink.
Okay.
That's fair.
I was gonna say I'm lost on this here. You mostly follow like Chewbacca's family. It's great. We'll do it. We'll plan this.
There's
Happy-
like,
happy life
There's
to
like a
everybody.
lady who.
So
Yeah,
look
you-
out for this coming out this holiday on Drink to the Past.
Yes.
Apparently.
Just the
All right.
season.
Next piece of news and booze is the ESA has announced that E3 will be a free all digital event this year and plans to return to an in-person event for 2022. The event will take place over June 12th to 15th. So I think that's kind of neat that they're, like last year they basically did nothing. Apparently they tried to do some last minute thing that like some media people got something about way late. And like even a lot of media people that I follow were surprised to find this out. So I'm just like, that's kind of weird. But I'm always glad as a fan to have E3 happen. I guess there's been all sorts of weird shit happening, obviously, the last few years if you follow the media's opinion of it. But as a fan, I'm always like, watching all these media people is really great as a fan. So I don't know what to say about that entirely, but I'm like, you know what? I do like I like just seeing E3. It's like a holiday for gamers, There's always something cool for every kind of gamer that comes out of E3.
This year felt very different for that too, or this past year, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
Especially like I'm a guy that would go to Comic-Con every year.
Mm-hmm.
And stuff like that was kiboshed. So it's cool to see like the digital embracing of those things. And I gotta say, there's no such thing as social distancing at New York Comic Con.
Right? Yeah.
It's packing
Okay,
like
lots of
sardines in a sardine can.
Mm-hmm.
I already feel claustrophobic.
It hurts. It's just so too much massive
Yeah.
people.
I like cons, but that's kind of a thing about them is that happens.
Yeah,
And
it's
it's
like level
already,
20
like-
crew.
Sometimes it's already sort of awkward, and then you add a pandemic on top of that. It's like not even happening, bro.
Yeah, no way.
So I'm glad that they're at least taking it safe for this year. But I do like that they're coming up with some kind of replacement. And there are rumors circulating that like there will be some kind of paywall to get some of the content, but the ESA keeps like finding those tweets and being like, no, this is a rumor, this is not true, it will all be free. So
Good.
I think that's cool as well, that it'll just be, that's kind of a good faith thing that I think the ESA really needs after the last couple of years with apparently how they've been handling things. So I think this is cool. All right. Here's a interesting weird story. According to Bloomberg's Jason Schreier.
Yeah, he's Francis.
Yeah, I think it's Schreier.
Sure.
But anyways, however you say that, Jason Schreier says
Jason
that
S.
a remake of The Last of Us is in the works, which was apparently started by a smaller Sony studio that has now been absorbed into Naughty Dog because Naughty Dog makes more profitable games. So this is an interesting kind of a multi-headed story here where apparently Sony keeps like canning their not canning their little studios, but like feeding them into their bigger successful studios so that they'll make more things in the big successful franchises instead of having smaller studios do experimental things or sequels to things that were not as big. There was something about the studio that did another game. I'm blanking on the name of the other game, but apparently was also absorbed into Naughty Dog at some point. And because they were like, "Hey, can we make a sequel to this game?" And who's rolling all these d6s? What the fuck is going on?
Super Smite.
That is an impressive ass smite. 3,009 damage.
Either that or it's just javelin cannon.
Yeah.
It's 1000 D2, but the D2s explode. So every time you roll a 2, you re-roll and add.
Dear lordy. This is what the crew's gonna do.
It's just them
Is
running
that
up
your
and-
character, Chris? Should
No.
I be afraid?
No.
It's a very
My
long word
character-
doc.
Before we
Like-
got it.
He's
My
actually
character is
walking
on
you-
par with other third-level characters, probably.
Probably.
But also here, an interesting thing that I thought was weird is that The Last of Us is getting a remake.
Yeah.
Why? Why would The Last of Us get a remake?
money.
They had a remaster for PS4, which was like kind of understandable because it was so popular that like, okay, up-res it and put it on the new system, just basically port it and make the graphics a little cleaner, and it's
Yeah.
okay. But that version is still playable. The game is only like 7 years old or something. Why remake it?
Because they,
Yeah,
they
Sony.
think that-
Money.
they
I
think
guess,
this is their
but-
Ocarina of
Wait,
Time.
hold on.
Oh, yeah.
I got some stuff.
Oh god.
But like
It's
knowing that
doubloons.
you could go to GameStop and get a used copy of The Last of Us Remastered for $10, would you spend $70 on a PS5 version?
But could you play that $10 game on your PS5?
Yes.
Oh, all right, yeah. No, I'm
PS5
in.
is completely.
I'll windmill
backwards.
slam that
There's
$5,
like,
$10.
yeah,
Open
there's
shut
yeah,
case.
there's like 3 or 4 games that don't work on PS5, and it seems to be because the
That's
system
Samurai
is
something.
natively backwards compatible with everything, but Sony has a few games that they've kind of delisted for some reason or another.
Sure.
Is
And by
what
everything, you
it's-
mean PS4 games.
Yes, yes, everything as far as PS4
No,
games.
everything.
It won't play like
Everything.
PS3.
Here.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
can
you
play
get
your
an
Atari
original
2600
Xbox
cartridges. Oh, I went even further, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you get your Atari cartridge, just shove it in the
Slap
disc
it in.
slot as hard as you fucking can.
It'll go in.
You can play it once, and that's it.
This has been Tech Tips with the drink to the past. Bottoms up.
Take
One
Mario
party.
3, shove it way in there, and you're good.
USB ports are so advanced now that they can read that, right?
Right.
USB
Just need your
ports are so
Xbox
advanced
adapter.
that you need to flip it over 5 times before you can insert it.
They got rid of that USB-C. They fixed that. You just got to shove it once. One shove.
What she
That's all you
said.
need. Only one shove.
I
Shall
don't
we
want
move
to.
on to another piece of Sony news?
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Sony.
MLB The Show 2021 will be the first one since some time ago that is not a Sony exclusive.
Yes.
It is coming to Nintendo Switch and Xbox and will be released day one on Xbox Game Pass. So this is kind of interesting because basically MLB The Show has exclusivity for the MLB, and so no other game maker can use real teams, which is something that sports games players really, really enjoy about this kind of series for Madden and
Yeah.
MLB and these kind of things. They really like having their actual teams and having the roster updates and all that. So I think this is kind of neat that it's actually expanding because those kind of gamers were just shoehorned into being PlayStation gamers since sometime in the PS3 generation, I think.
Yeah, I think it's
when
like
Sony got the right.
2016. The show was just like exclusive PlayStation.
Yes,
You
So-
could
yeah.
definitely quote me on that.
20
2016 was the year.
2013, I believe, was the first year that MLB Road to the Show became a franchise. Because before that, it was just Major League Baseball. But
Yeah.
it was also, I think, handled by 2K Interactive before it became its own independent thing being bought out by Sony. So
Mhm.
technically, as far as the Road to the Show franchise is concerned, this is the first one ever to be not PlayStation exclusive,
Nice.
based on technicality.
Yeah. So one of the interesting things about this, though, is that it is developed by a Sony studio. It is published by Sony for PlayStation, and it will be published by MLB for Xbox and Switch. But it's kind of interesting to know that somewhere in a Sony development studio, they have to have like dev units for Switch and Xbox to make their games.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
great.
funny.
I mean,
Pretty
Microsoft's
strange.
doing that.
Yeah, because Microsoft obviously is putting stuff in different places, especially since
they're putting Minecraft
they bought
everywhere.
Bethesda. I think they might be doing that,
Oh.
depending on what else, how their plans were before the buyout. They might have some exclusivity contracts and things like that, and games in
Yeah,
the
Game
works
Pass
obviously
stuff.
might
Yeah,
have been like they might just be stuck as multi-console games. So I think. And obviously also Xbox has been putting like Cuphead on Switch and Ori and stuff like that too.
sure.
So
Yeah,
I think this is kind of cool to see other. I don't think Sony probably necessarily wanted this, but they probably still get a decent enough cut for development that they're okay with it, is my guess. So,
Also, I had it reversed. 2013 was not the first Road to the Show. That was the last 2K Major League Baseball. So technically,
Okay.
2014 was the death of that. And the
dang
birth
man,
of
I'm still off by
MLB
2
The
years.
Show being the one and only.
I actually
all
applied to
right,
work for
are
2K
we ready
games.
for our last piece of news and booze?
Let's do it.
Yes.
Better than so.
So the last piece of news and booze is the most important by far. Aaron Greenberg has confirmed on Twitter that because Xbox won a Best of Tweets brand competition between them and Skittles, they will be making the Xbox Series X mini fridges available for public purchase.
Wow.
You will be able soon to buy a mini fridge that looks like an Xbox Series X, just like everybody in the world wants anyway.
Yeah, eat your heart out, Snoop Dogg. Sorry, man.
Wouldn't it make more sense though to do the Xbox Series S for the mini fridge? Since the big fridge was the
Have the
Series
big
X?
one, the Series X.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well,
I don't
humanity
know.
was a
This
nice
way I can
experiment.
get an Xbox Series X, except for it'll just hold my Mountain Dew because I already have an Xbox Series S, so I don't feel like I need to get the fancy one, but I
Yeah.
will get a badass fridge to hold all my Mountain Dew.
Yeah, I already have
beer.
a mini fridge, but I'll take another.
You can't have too many mini fridges, because if you have more mini fridges, that's just more room for beer. Right?
Exactly.
That's true.
Yeah. We
Give
like
it
beer
nothing,
here on
build
Drink
a
to the
house
Past.
out of
That's
it.
why we're called a Drink to the Past, in case you were unawares.
The more you know.
Bum, bum,
The
bum.
less you don't.
All right. Yeah, so anyways, that's all that. So now let's get into our table topic. Bum, bum, bum. If I can get my bagpipes to turn on, I'll play the theme song. There it goes. Is that loud enough? That seems kind of quiet to me. Is that
That's loud. That's loud enough.
is loud enough? Okay.
Quite,
hear
quite clearly.
the ambient
All right.
sounds of a dying bagpipe.
Yay.
I love how
Alright.
it
Woo.
abruptly cuts off on our end.
It's kind
Yeah,
of tricky
Discord
because
is-
with there's the Discord thing, and there's also the fact that I kind of have to like abruptly make it cut off with the electric one, which is easier to get that full bagpipe sound from here. But I don't have a really great. It's not like a real bagpipe where I can actually like control when it cuts
Sure.
off and how
Fair.
that all works. So if I could play my real bagpipes in my apartment at 10 o'clock at night, I would. But then the HOA will like beat me up.
This is fine. Sometimes you gotta boogie woogie oogie, because you know
Mhm.
it's electric.
Yeah. So frantically hectic.
It's just
The
means that
music
one
was
day
soothing.
you gotta be big enough to
They all
have a drink
started
to the past life.
grooving. Yeah.
Oh my
All right.
gosh.
Hey,
I
look,
feel like I'm
we
at
can
open
tab
skate
over.
night
We're
right
just
now.
tabbing over to his. So this will be interesting for the stream to occasionally tab over to Chris's character sheet as he's looking at it.
Oh, is that? Can you see that?
Yeah, I just saw it tab back. It's back on the Roll20 now. Also, something funny I noticed is that Kevin doesn't have his webcam on Discord. So
I
like,
don't, but I have it on Roll20.
Yeah, but he has it on Roll20, so it's still there. It's just
you?
smaller than everybody else's and off to the side, which I
Yeah.
think is hilarious. So I just say keep it.
I'm gonna say I could flip it over to Discord for you.
It doesn't matter to
I
me.
could do that.
Whichever works for you. You could have it in both places, and then they could see your beautiful face twice.
I don't know if that'll work. Let's try it.
I'm not sure. Well,
There you are.
it's loading.
It broke for me
Wait
for a
for
second.
it.
Yeah, I think
For
it
it.
just won't work.
I feel like Discord has the higher quality webcam display.
I don't know. That tiny window.
I'm not sure. I've never really used it in
gives us-
Roll20.
Yeah.
Roll20,
that's
it
true.
just kind of sucks, but I mean, from the streams I've done, we've just used Roll20 just to have it all
Right.
in it's like one source.
Yeah. Which,
Yeah, I
in
don't
the
think this will
future, if
work
I do
here.
that, I might do that and just have the window
This is
there.
fine. It does have
Either way.
angry me.
Love
Yeah.
that still shot.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really, it's just peak. I have a great one
All
for
right.
Roll20 too, but I had to update
So,
that.
we do have a few special rules because it can't be a drink to the past unless we turn it into a hilarious drinking game, right?
Oh, criminy. I need
So-
another beer then.
All right. So, do you want to stay for the rules first, or do you want?
Yeah,
to
no,
do
I want the
all
rules. Then I'm
Okay,
gonna
okay,
contemplate on my way to the
Because
fridge.
I was gonna say, yeah, you're gonna contemplate, like, try and estimate how many beers are you gonna go through tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I only have so many. We'll see.
Right. All right. So, if you take damage, you have to drink. If you take critical damage, you have to drink twice. If you critically hit, everybody in the party takes a celebratory drink. If you critically miss, you have to finish your drink.
Oh boy.
If you
Ooh.
die, you finish your drink and everybody in the party has to drink. If you manage to seduce the boss successfully, everybody else in the party has to waterfall during your sex scene.
I agree.
Are there any
100%.
questions?
I think we just got a big
Okay.
spoiler that I'm afraid of. I'm gonna go
mean,
take
it's
the
up to
long
you if
walk
you
to the
guys wanna
fridge now.
Right, we're gonna go get some new drinks, ones that we hopefully won't die from.
I have
Hopefully.
like very high percentage tall boys here, so I might
Sweet.
homebrew that a little if you don't mind.
That's fine. If
All right.
you can tweak it to your own body
Right
weight,
back.
or
I have
however
I have
you
a
determine your-
family to wake up to, and I have Easter eggs to color tomorrow. So we're late on the Easter
Nice.
eggs, but I need to be alive for that. So we'll see.
Okay, that's fair.
I'll homebrew that. But we'll
All right.
speaking of brew, I'll be right back.
Right, but as the dungeon master, I will be drinking anytime any of these things happens to any of the NPCs or enemies in the campaign.
Okay.
I
Reckless
might have
attacks
to get up and
every
get another-
time.
I have 2 beers ready, so I may have to get up and get a third or fourth, depending. So we'll kind of wing it as we go.
All right.
So we'll
Time
wait
to
briefly for
refuel.
Kevin to get a drink. We will all, at least I will drink because I like drinking. You can drink along at home if you want.
I just drank.
I feel like the Kraken actually kind of overpowers this pina colada mixer doohickey.
It is a
little
powerful
bit.
spiced rum.
Yeah, so maybe I should have put in a little less Kraken, but I'm not that worried about it because I like Kraken. And it's perfect for pirate night because we're pirates today. Also, a quick plug as long as we're here. Next week, Chris and I will be doing another actual play session, not with Crow and Kevin, unfortunately, but we will be playing Carbine Jungle with Chance, who is been on the podcast once before. You can follow him at NorCal Mythos. He's the lead designer, I believe, on Carbine Jungle, and they're doing a new expansion to Carbine Jungle called Lockdown. So we're going to be playing a one shot of that next week on the podcast, and it should be super fun. It's a really cool system if you haven't checked it out. It's kind of an anime inspired tabletop. It's very open ended. There's a lot of cool customization. You can make it more anime focused if you want to, turn it into a space RPG. You can turn it into a regular high fantasy, kind of any. It's really a good system for any kind of thing you want to do. So definitely check them out. You can also check out Carbine Jungle is available on, I believe, Amazon and Drive-Thru RPG, and their new lockdown system is going to be available on Kickstarter starting the 15th of April. So I got in on an early access thing, so I will actually get a cool thing out of that. I supported them quick right away as soon as I could. They had an early access part, which I think was kind of cool. But for anybody else who missed the early access, you can still kickstart them on the 15th, and there's going to be all sorts of goodies that come with that. So without further dog do, let us get on to the thing. So, you have all mysteriously started in the same town. So, have your characters met before?
I believe we're all part of the same crew.
I believe
Yeah,
I
that
am
was
the
right.
crew.
Yes, he is the crew.
So, if we would like, actually, that would be interesting. You can go ahead and introduce your characters here. Let's start with Chris, because you're on the top in the order of people on Discord.
Hi, my character is the entire rest of the crew. Any character basically not important enough to have a name is who I'm playing. I'm playing a swarming mass of incompetent baboons that total up to equaling being about as effective as one other player character.
So
big
as
advantage.
here I've chosen, I'll ping it right here, is I just uploaded a little image that is full of watermarks from wherever I stole it from, which was probably also some other pirate of the pirates from that claymation movie. That was a pretty fun movie. I actually really liked that movie. So check out that movie if you're into pirates and silliness. It's
I'm
very
expecting at least 3 different voices from you, Chris.
Something I'm going to have to work on.
All right, and next we have Crow. You're the next in the Discord order, so that's the arbitrary order I've decided that people will introduce themselves.
That works. I'm playing as the gnome rogue Panahik Mampodimple. He's a sellsword. He likes money and more money. And he will sell his blade to whoever the highest bidder is, unless they have money, in which case he'll take their money to work for them and then rob them blind before running away. If not, stabbing them in the back.
All
But
right.
if you keep paying him, then he's happy.
Neat. And the guy who's paying you is currently Kevin.
Yes, I am Gregor, the Minotaur captain, pirate captain of this crew, and I am willing to pay top dollar for my shell swords and for my lovely crew. Treat my crew nicely with grog, ale, booze, drinks, other liquors of sorts,
Ale.
and ale.
I have a good piratey ale this week from Dry Dock Brewing Company. They do all sorts of cool things. They actually, before the pandemic started, they had a sea shanty night. Before sea shanties were cool on the TikTok that all you kids are doing these days. So there's a badass mermaid on their can art. So they do all sorts of like seafaring themed beers and things like that. They're a really cool one. I had another one from them last week, was their sour apricot, which is a variant of this that's actually just a little bit tart. It was not overly tart, so I thought that was really good. But this one's just a blonde ale with apricots, which I think is really it's a pretty good beer. Chris, have you had this one? You live around here.
I have not had that one. We'll have to give that a shot next time I'm around.
Yeah, you can find it in most places. Dry Dock is a fairly big brewery out of Denver here. So I apparently suck at pouring today, but
Huh.
I also got my one of my. I was trying to look for one of my more piratey mugs. I thought this
Ooh,
one
that's
was
very
good.
piratey.
It's got the
Yeah.
A pirate
Ariel on it,
Stein.
which is a ship that sailed in 1866. I know that because it says 1866 on the side
That'll
of the
do it.
Stein. And I don't know if you can see on the camera here, but it's got a cool like ship steering wheel on the lid here. So it was one of my favorite mugs.
It
I
once
loved
was a
it.
ship that put to sea.
Yeah.
It's
I
a good
grabbed
one.
a Woodland Farms Brewery Mars Needs Lupulin Hazy IPA. Another Maine Kittery special, but I love that this like hops
Nice.
Martian on the front. Little green hops.
All right. Well, anyways, let's get into the actual D&D-ing then. So you guys have all come across, as you pirates are wont to do,
Yar.
the pub.
The
Yes.
flying motherfucking rickshaw pub.
The Flying Motherfucking Rickshaw Pub, which I got from my table of randomly generated pub names I created myself, which is awesome. And now I will go over to my notes because
Oh, it's
I
gonna
don't
be
remember
so much
all
fun to
this.
say rickshaw.
The Flying Motherfucking Rickshaw
Flying
Pub is the
motherfucking
most
rickshaw.
is known as the most bustling pub in all the land. Yet upon entrance, it seems barren, save one orcish chain smoker in the corner. You aren't sure how he lit the chain, but sure as shit, there's a guy smoking a chain. What a badass! He also has an enormous exclamation point over his head. So let me reveal all the rest of this pub to you. Bum, bum,
What?
bum.
The entire crew will file through the doors in a rowdy mob, of which there are no fewer than 32 crew members filing in.
This is great. Each crew member is an HP.
By the way, how tall is Gregor?
Heesh. I wrote this down. He is. Oh no, it didn't save.
Oh,
He's
no.
well over. He's over 6 feet. Close to 6'7".
Okay.
It's gotta have an S in it.
If it is appreciable to the captain, Panahik's just going to be riding on his shoulders then, because Panahik is 2.5 feet tall.
Yes, this is fine. You're just like a little scrub sprite on
I'm
the
a
shoulder
small
of the captain.
45-pound little man.
You're my parrot.
Squawk.
Squawk for me, parrot.
Probably want to
It's
stab.
like-
we were joking. Skip and I. Skip also says hello. Before we
Hi,
went
Skip.
live, saying Skip said hi. Skip's. She might be asleep by now, but Skip was saying at random points we would have her come in and she'd be the parrot and she'd just kind of like squawk and say hello.
I
Like,
checked out
find
your
the
stream
pirate.
for a little bit on a couple of nights ago, but I didn't see that, so that is funny. I
Yeah,
like it.
yeah.
If I'm the parrot, that means that I'm clinically insane.
We're all clinically insane, especially my rowdy crew.
More fun that way, right? All right, so the rabble of crew members rustle up to the bar, and unfortunately, there is no barkeep. Only the mysterious chain-smoking orc in the corner.
The crew's going to look around for a bit, and then a bunch of them are going to scrabble over the table and start pulling out kegs from under it and drinking it and raiding the bar.
All right.
Panahik's gonna
Let's see
jump
if there's
off of
anything
Gregor's
there.
shoulders and go search for valuable items.
The taps
That's
seem
funny.
to all be leading to tubes, which lead underground, so you cannot directly access the kegs from there, Chris.
What about the ship?
Several crew members are fighting over pulling the taps to get beer into them and trying to like lay their heads underneath it, only for another crew member to shove them out of the way.
All right, make a fortitude save or constitution save because
Fortitude.
okay. Here's a new rule: I have to drink every time I say a 3rd edition rule instead of a 5th edition rule because I mostly play. I'm more familiar with 3rd and 3.5, so I'm gonna say like shit like that a lot. Like make a fortitude save, and then I'm gonna be like, That's not what it is. It's a Constitution save. Fuck! I dropped my drink sign. I have to drink again. Here's my booze. I got my booze.
That would be a 10.
All right. You are inebriated, at least one of you. So choose one of the abilities on your character sheet. That ability gets a -2 for the rest of the game. Ability or skill check or attack rolls or something like that.
Let me see here.
Ability as in thing you can
Probably-
do, not ability as in
So I
literal
took
ability.
as a tool proficiency ships for
Okay.
ship navigation. So
They're
I'm
all
going to
drunk.
say that drunken sailors are no good.
Yes.
What
What
shall
would
we
you
do
do
with a
with a
drunken
drunken
sailor? Hold on, let me get my guitar back out.
Oh, criminy.
Terrible.
All right,
Don't worry, I won't do that yet.
I'm gonna
I'll
saunter
sing
on
another sea
over
shanty later, maybe.
to this orcish gentleman in the corner.
All right.
Try to strike up a conversation.
Oh, there is someone over there.
Good day, sir.
Hello there. My name is Orc Chris. I am the guy that gives you your first quest. There has to be a tutorial level. Press B to use a melee attack, and use grenades by pressing the left trigger.
One of the crew
let's
members is
see.
going to press the left trigger instinctively when he was told to.
So it's the left
You press
trigger
the
here
left
and the
trigger.
B button. Understood.
All right. So you use the grenade, which is unfortunately the last grenade in your entire inventory,
Oh
and it
crap!
falls directly at your feet as well as Panahik. Make dexterity saves to
It's a
avoid
duck.
damage from the damage.
Aha.
Oh well, that's not good. Okay, I think a 6 is a failure.
Yes, a 6 is a failure.
Okay.
I didn't actually write a DC on here, so I have to wing it, but
Aha. 11.
11 is slightly better. I'm going to say sure. The DC was 10 because you
Yeah.
didn't know about this. 6 damage is the damage to the crew, and you save for half damage, Panahik. So you only take 3.
Okay, well the crew takes double damage from area of effect attacks, and
Oh, yeah.
12 crew members are laying bleeding.
God. Yeah, you poor bastard.
This is ridiculous. My crew is destroyed.
This is literally in my notes that if anybody tries to use the grenade, they use the last grenade and blow up all the players for a d6 damage.
Oh my gosh. Do I need to roll this too?
No, you're far enough on. The
Oh,
other
yeah,
side.
I'm
I
all the
think
way in the corner.
grenades- Yeah, the grenade splash damage is not that quite that far.
Gosh, they're a fine crew, but they're a stupid crew. I'd
Or
kill
Chris
all of them,
looks
but
at you.
we'd be losing more crew that way.
Or Chris gives you a strange look as he takes another long toke from the chain he is smoking. Very strange. Yes, but that's all right. Say, it's been a little while. In fact, it's been 3 days since Kev Out, who is the bartender here, went down to the basement and he was going to hook up another tap. I'm very excited about this because they have a deal here that if the beer does not reach you in 30 minutes, it's free. So since I've been sitting here for 3 days, my next beer will be free.
Your barkeeper's been downstairs for 3 days.
Yes.
Well, that sounds like an absurdly long amount of time
Ah,
for
my
someone to be
leg!
downstairs. Perhaps we
My
should
leg!
see if he's all right.
Oh, perhaps. I don't know. I'm just going to wait patiently for my free beer. Hey, here, take a menu. As long as you're here. He hands you a menu.
Oh goodness.
It does, in fact, note on the menu. You probably can't read that on the.
Liners. Ooh,
No, it's
haggis.
there.
I mean,
Dress for wedding,
people
no,
read
Bucket of
watching
ash.
the stream probably can't read. It's kind of
They
kinda
can on
small-
our end, or at least on mine.
small text. Yeah. Since Chris is streaming it, it is sort of small on the actual. I mean, he's streaming it through Discord, and then I'm streaming it through to the actual stream. So Sorry if that's hard to read.
That's just
Yeah,
fine.
anyways.
Why is there a bucket of ants?
That's a good question.
And where is the bucket?
It's above the ant. Below the ant. It's below.
Where's the
ant.
bucket?
You see no buckets currently.
Oh,
Hmm.
All right.
okay. Thank you for the menu. Do you work here? Is this your occupation? Or are you just
Yes,
a patron?
drinking is what I do for a living.
Ah,
I
yes.
drink and I give out quests to first level noobs.
I'll drink to
Or
that.
third level noobs in your case.
To first level noobs.
He slams his entire rest of his beer that he's been nursing for 3 days.
Ugh, that's a terribly warm beer.
It is.
Let's help this establishment. Perhaps we should investigate and see if there's a dead barkeep in the cellars.
Beer is down the stairs.
Crew, sally
Let's
forth.
go.
But if we find the body, I call whatever loot is on it.
All right, I'm going to move your tokens here real quick so that I can
Yes.
copy them all to the next page because I should have done that in my
Okay,
prepping and
this is fine.
I didn't.
There is the next page. This is fine.
Copy.
It's like, wait, no, you're supposed to go out
Right,
the
yeah,
door.
no, the whole, this is the whole
No.
adventure.
Oh
We're
my
just going
gosh.
down a really long staircase.
Yeah, exactly.
Or in my case, I'm riding on your shoulders because otherwise I have to hop down.
Wasn't there more of you when we started?
Oh, we left some bodies on the countertop.
Oh,
sh-
my leg.
We'll
That'd
pick
be
them up on the way out. No man
All
left
right.
behind.
Come out into the basements.
All right, this is quite the small basement.
There is a door to the south side of the room there, you do see. If you
Okay.
can note on the map there.
Is crewmate, you with the
Come
face? Is check this door. Is it locked or is it?
A crewmate is going to open the door and just fling it open.
The door flings open as though it is a door being flung open.
All right. Excellent. All right, we can leave now.
Well, nobody's here. I guess we'll have to
Yes.
go back up.
Oh gosh, I'm not the best at these kinds of things. Sword, find some, I don't know, explore around, see if there's anything of note or of loot.
Okay, fine. Is it bright in here? I have dark vision, so I mean, how well can I see?
You can see fine. There's torches lighting the wall, as though this is a regularly used basement of sorts. This room seems to be empty, however, there is another door to the south.
There's nothing in here but another door. You,
Another door.
you, the furry one, open up the door. Not
Huh?
the captain, the little guy.
Alright, he's okay.
I was gonna say you
He
don't
opens
talk to
the
your
door.
captain that way. Oh, that guy.
Strange furry creature. He's like a miniature Chewbacca.
Nobody knows.
Oh
what
my
he
gosh,
is.
no, we don't need to know any more about the Star Wars Holiday Special. It's
All right, as
lumpy,
you open the
lumpy.
next door, it opens into a room that is also mostly empty. However, there is a single zombie standing in the corner.
Oh,
Is this?
well,
Are you the barkeep? Is this?
Why, no, my name is Zacharias. I am a zombie.
yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
You're
Good
you're
evening,
very-
Jack. Are you
very
how are you?
well-mannered and learned
How
for
are
a
you doing on
zombie.
this evening? We're looking for a
Well, I
barkeep.
would be fairly good, except for I feel no emotion since the last time I had a zombotomy.
That's unfortunate.
Uh-huh.
Perhaps we should just keep moving.
No, hold on. This might warrant investigation. Excuse me, sir. Would
Well,
one
yeah.
such as your... Don't mind me on the wall. Would one such as yourself carry gold or things of interesting nature?
Oh, why, I used to care very much for gold in my life, but then, you see, I had a zombotomy.
Interesting. And where, pray tell, would this gold and other such trinkets be?
Well, I don't know, you see, my pants have been gone since the last time I saw them.
So is this guy wearing
They
any...
were in my pockets. He
Huh.
does seem to have a loincloth, at least. He's not entirely
He's
nude.
clothed. Clothed? Clothed?
Clothed?
Clothed.
Clothier?
Schreier? 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 Sonny and Schreier?
Where might these
Liar.
pants of yours be? Just hypothetically speaking.
I suppose they may have been taken by the Zombotomist himself. However, I find it more likely that they simply drifted off somewhere in this basement that I have been wandering around since I got a zombotomy.
Intriguing. And where may we find this Zomflorist or whatever you called him?
Well, I used to keep track of all sorts of things and keep very delicate notes of everything I saw and witnessed. However, you see, I have stopped caring about such silly things since I had a zombotomy.
Real one-track mind, this one. Okay, we thank you for your time, good sir, and if we ever find your shirt, we'll be sure to give you a call.
Well, that would be very fantastic, although I've lost my cell phone, you see. It was also in my pants.
Interesting. Somebody open this door.
The devil's a
Okay.
cell phone.
I don't know what it is, but it sounds expensive.
People just start filing through the door, just shoving and pushing, and
And knocking the wall out of the way. I like that you're like we're all just 1x1 characters, but you're a 2x2 like mass, like legion, pressing through the door. All right, let's shally into sidle in.
All right, this door, or this room also appears to be empty except for the door on one side.
Oh my goodness, this is quite the trip. Perhaps I don't know.
Get the
Is there
beer!
anything along the floors or any papers, effects, ale, anything?
Do you have any senses or abilities that allow you to detect such things?
I have my eyeballs. They're still about me, and my witch still about me as well.
I can do an
I
investigation
can.
check.
You
I
can make an
can.
investigation check.
Yes, I.
Anybody who would like to?
Yes, let's. I would like that very much.
oh, let's see. There's probably yeah. So I got skill monkeys. So
Aha.
there's at least one person in this crew who's
Alright,
slightly
that's
better at
one.
investigation than
I've
the
got
other.
something. Oh, it's so dusty down here. It's,
I found
just-
the door.
Oh, gosh, my contact. I swear it was in here before. Oh, just seemed to roll around.
You find
crew,
the
crew,
inside
perhaps
of an eyelid.
take a peek around, please. I'm gonna need a moment. I got a -1 for my in. I forgot, I'm not the smartest.
It's okay. Got +3.
This
What
is
did I
great.
find? Oh.
Everything
Alright.
about this is great.
Well, anyways, as Chris is opening the next door, it actually opens into a larger room with a few different directions that could potentially be traversed.
So we're just not gonna find anything with my fantastic.
Are we supposed to see these labels?
Yes, there is a label on a few. There's a sign outside of a few of the doors. One of them says laboratory, and one of them says boss room.
And one of them.
That was
says
actually, in
7.
fact, intentional.
Oh,
Okay.
sure.
I'm curious,
Quite the embarrassing moment, but I can't read.
Captain. One of the doors over here says 7.
7.
7
That's
beers? Me
Maybe.
first.
7. 7, you say.
No, I want it first.
Fall in line, crew. Step
All right,
back.
so are you opening the door there?
Yes, let's let the
Into
small
the
man
seven.
take this
Okay.
take this doorway.
As you open up, you see a skeletal bird man.
Oh my gosh, it's an albatross.
But it's a man. But it's also a skeleton.
Why, hello there, people.
Good evening, Mr. What time of day is it?
Good
hold
dungeon.
on.
Good morning.
Figure that out. Hold on. I'm going to roll a d20 and a d4.
All right, yes. This is great. I mean, also, too, we're rolling into it doesn't matter. We're pirates. We're rolling into a bar at
It is
5 a.m.
13 o'clock.
13 o'clock. Excellent. Good
That's
afternoon.
1 p.m. for you non-military time people.
Yes, you
For you non-pirates.
scallywaggies.
Yeah, do they use military time in piracy?
They can.
They use pirate time. We're always on pirate time.
In pirate time, it's drink o'clock.
It's grog o'clock.
Good
All right.
afternoon, Mr. Skeleton. How fares you?
I am quite good. My name is Crew. I used to be called Crow. However, now I am dead and zombified, and so I am Crew, which is the past tense of Crow, which I feel I need to explain that to people because nobody uses Crew in that sense anymore.
The crew starts looking at each other
Is he
nervously.
making that up? I feel like he's making that up.
It sounds possible that this is true. I've heard that a grouping of a crow is a murder, which unfortunately our crew has been murdered quite a bit by that tutorial above us. Crew, would you be looking to join our crew? We could use the enhancement. We could pay 10 gold pieces.
I have quite a fine occupation here, so you see. I am employed by the owner of this pub, Kev Out, and Kev Up, his father, I believe. It's been quite some time I have worked for their family, and I have stood post here, doing my job since before I was dead, in fact.
And
what is your
pray
job?
tell, what is that occupation?
My job is to transport people back in time to this very room 50 years ago, and I stand my post back there 50 years ago and transport them forward as well.
Interesting.
Very interesting. 50 years ago, were you alive?
I was indeed alive.
But I was not.
And neither was I.
I
Oh,
question
no.
your logic, Birdman. This feels like a trap.
How many members of the crew were alive 50 years back?
Let me roll for that.
Sounds like a lot of math
drink
right here.
anytime
11
we
crew
roll for
members.
something hilarious.
All right.
11 of the crew members are at least 50 years old.
Many elder ones, some of
Oh,
which
yes.
were
This
probably
is quite
left
an old
behind.
crew.
Explosives are not exactly conducive to old bones. Pray tell, Birdman, why, when two of the doors have actual writing and words on their signs, why does your door only say 7?
Well, that was the one thing that was supposed to lay on the GM layer, but yeah, fucked up.
I see. Captain, I think this
All right.
is
Well,
shit.
we'll be paying you a visit if we need your services in the future.
You enjoy your box.
A good deal. If you should like to return to 50 years in the past, return back to this room.
Of course. Bye.
All right, crew.
All
We
right, you
slowly
return,
back out.
and you now have 3 doors, 2 of which are labeled boss room as and laboratory, respectively, and the middle one is unlabeled, as you see.
Ah, yes, I can read this one down here. Seems to be blank.
I mean, that's not technically untrue.
Blank. Is that a kind of beer?
It
I
could
drink
be.
a blank IPA.
One of you go find out.
Yes.
A whole
Or all of
herd
you.
of the crew is going to pile through the door at the mention of the blank possibly being a brand of beer.
Inside
Right.
here, there are 3 people wearing dark robes and carrying various weaponry, and they look at you and they seem to be totally blitzed out of their mind. They keep babbling about how beer is their salvations, but they cannot you can't tell if they're saying salvation or salivation or starvation or you're a cunt.
They seem like
All
a
right.
trustworthy bunch. Excuse me, fine gentlemen. Do you have any money?
Money? What the fuck do you want with money? Money doesn't do anything. The only true salvation you see, my friend, is from alcoholic exploitation of the liver.
And
No.
at this, all 20 of the crew members in this portion of the crew are going to cheer.
On the contrary, my friend. You see, money is one of the greatest gifts, because what can you buy beer with but more money?
Weird point, Schlummy. He's got a weird point.
Yeah, he sort of does. I'm seeing what you're saying here. Hey, did you notice that the back wall hasn't yet rendered? That's
Interesting.
fucking weird.
What
There
sorcery
used to
could
be a
this
back
be?
wall, didn't there?
I'd like to poke around the room and see if perhaps we could find the back wall.
There it is.
Oh, yes, there it is.
Oh, that's only half of it.
That's
Hold
a
on.
free check.
There it is.
Oh, there we go. Yes, this is great. Quite the place you have here, folks.
Hold on, I'm playing with the fourth wall.
This is fun.
Ah,
Right there on the
Yes,
side.
Ah! The swarm stood on me. Ah!
There is a back wall here.
Would
We
would
found
you
it.
would you gentlemen perhaps share a drink with us? Perhaps a blank
I will
IPA?
drink anything. Do you have beer in your pockets?
I'll check my pockets. I don't, but I'm willing to share a drink in some good tidings. Perhaps you could help us find the barkeep. We're looking to find him. It's been 3 days since the folks upstairs have seen him.
Oh, well, that will leave him with nothing to drink. Oh, oh,
One of,
not anything with that. Say it ain't so. But he's probably changing the kegs. He's probably in the keg room.
Oh, sounds
So-
like he might be Kevo lost.
And where, pray tell, would this keg room be?
The keg room is hard to access. Is guarded by walls. You can't get in there unless you use the door. But they took out the door 50 years ago.
Okay. And where is this wall that's guarding it?
Around the kegs. I don't know. It's like if you go there, it's easy to find the door, but the door hasn't been there for 50 years.
Okay. I have an idea. You see, follow me on this one. Actually, there's a specific way this needs to be done. It's a very important, very specific ritual. Crew, I want you to stand by the wall. It's a very special trick that I witnessed about, what was it, 20 minutes? Yes, 20 minutes ago. Okay, if I remember how to do this correctly, I simply press B and the right trigger.
I'm gonna
This is the left
move
trigger.
up to this corner of the room.
Unfortunately, the party is now out of grenades. Chris used the last one.
Ah,
It says so in my DM notes. I'll show you at the end of the session if you don't believe me.
I failed the ritual.
I'm gonna
Okay.
pull one crewmate aside. If shit starts to
one
go
crewmate
sideways,
will be with you.
we're gonna send you into the past. You're sticking with me, Schwabi. And I have like
So
one.
the crewmate you're talking to looks like a grandma with a rolling pin. Okay.
That's
Here's
fine,
your
Grandma.
token for the other
You'll feel
crewmate
much
there,
younger.
Okay. Can I edit the name? Yeah, I'll edit the name of this.
Oh, I could read this one. You know what? I'll be right back, gentlemen. I need to hit the head. I'm gonna use the lavatory.
I don't. You know what? I think that's fine. Just
I'll be back in just a second.
Charisma save here against that joke.
if something smells like it's burning, I'm sure it's probably fine.
It's so hard to be so smart, to be so dumb.
Grandma is going to open this door and talk to crew.
Damn it, Graham, no. I said when shit hit the fan. Where'd she go? Ah, old woman.
It's fine. It's fine. She can handle this. She's been around the block once or twice, maybe 5 times. Should be.
The door to the room labeled laboratory is unfortunately locked. It has a very, actually, fine lock, seemingly made out of very fine adamant and coated in gold.
Adamant? Gold, you say? Ooh,
This
interesting.
is quite the lock.
I'm just
Shell
slide
sword.
right underneath his leg.
I'm gonna be honest, my good friend. I still can't quite pronounce your name. I'm just gonna call you Panic.
You can call me Bimple.
Excuse me, I could call you Pinball.
You're not sure. Why not? Let's just go with that.
All right.
Grandpa.
I think that the
My enemies call me the
limit here
big-
will be PM. You'll be my PM, Prime Minister. That's who you are. Right hand man.
My enemies call me the Big Bad Bimple, but you can call me whatever you want, so long as you
Triple
keep
B.
calling
All
me.
right, Triple B it is.
There we go.
All right, Triple B.
Okay.
It seems that this lock is quite intricate.
See.
And based on your dossier, I've seen that you could perhaps pick some sort of lock like this.
Now, did you read his dossier?
Of course, I always read the dossiers.
I did have to put a.
Monty
I had to
Penny put
submit
it on my desk the other day.
I had to submit an application.
You read the
before I could
dossier,
get
but you
approved.
can't read the lavatory signs?
So I had my secretary, one of the crew, read it verbatim for me.
Okay.
I had to
There
draw
you-
it in shapes.
I could announce it if I get a good enough history check.
Anyway,
Nice.
I'm very proficient with things of gold nature. I'm
Good.
also skilled with tinkering and artificing, and also I have some thieves' tools. So I pick many locks.
Well,
so-
all right, excellent. Your mission right now is to pick this lock. I'm going to stand 20 paces this way in case it explodes. I mean, in case you unlock it.
It's fine. It's fine, right?
I'll be watching you from way over here.
Yeah. Let me make sure that it's fine. I mean, what do I do to investigate to make sure that it's fine?
You can
All
make
the
an
crew.
investigate check.
All the crew except Graham.
They just all stood back.
I know how these things work. I've been in ballistics. My weapon is a cannonball on a pole.
I'm going to move the stream over actually so that the
It's a
viewers
9.
can see the rolls here. I don't know if you can read them. They're kind of small, but
Do you keep
There
the
you
3D
go,
dice on?
viewers.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I
could
love the
do
3D
that.
dice.
Yeah, I've never actually used that option. I'm not sure how to turn it on. I can
If you go
things
to
like
the
that.
little gear dude,
enable 3D dice.
Enable
All
3D dice.
That was easy enough. So
It ain't that bad.
Yeah, that
I'd
might
click on.
it's cool too.
auto
Like your
roll.
little like shape square next to your name. You know, the box. You can change the color of what the dice are.
Yeah,
It's great.
So mine are yellow.
neat.
Anyway, what do I learn?
All right, so
Tell me
you
what I
rolled
see when I
that
specialize.
9. You see a lock locking a door. The door is made of wood, and the lock is made of metal.
All right.
You've heard metal is a thing that is used to make stuff out of.
Well, let's bust this bitch open.
All right. You can make an open lock check or whatever the equivalent is here. I have to drink because I don't remember the actual name of the skill. It might still be open lock. Is it still open lock or is it?
No, I don't think.
I think it's just lockpick with your thieves' tools.
Is that just a thing that I can do?
You could try to pick a
mean,
lock.
Probably. Yeah,
I think it's
probably
like
use
there's a
your
thieves'
dexterity
tools
somehow.
like check. It's like
there are
Dex or
skills in
whatever.
this game, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
hold on. Let me open your character sheet and look how character sheets work.
I think it's just like a
work in this game.
it's just like a dex thing.
I say it could be sleight of hand check, maybe.
If it
And you're
doesn't,
just proficient in it?
Or,
Or
If
are
you-
you proficient with thieves' tools?
Yes.
then
yeah,
you
so you
add
should
your
get the plus
dex
2
mod.
bonus.
Yeah.
And then you should get the plus 2 proficiency bonus, and then I think Dex.
If you need any
Or-
help, I'll be standing by with a grape shot and a bit
Yeah,
of
you know what?
a bit of piss and vinegar to knock it open.
You know what? That's a good point. You have a giant fucking weapon. Why don't you just break it? It's a
You
wooden door.
You see, you ask these questions, but you must realize that that's why
But
I'm the
lock,
captain.
It's made of adamant. Shh.
Ah,
He's suggesting you break the door. But why don't we just steal the lock? It's made of adamant.
if anybody's taking,
I
the
was
lock,
hoping to
it's
save the
mine.
lock as a trinket, perhaps a necklace or something that we could hawk off at the next port.
just like a badass, like what's that? The
It's
guy that
Flavor
was
Flav.
in WWF used to use.
Oh my
what
gosh,
is that?
I know that Batista. This is after WWF, but Batista, the famous movie star now,
Okay.
Drax the
Is it
Destroyer.
Batista?
When he first showed up, he was Deacon
Yeah.
Batista, and he wore like a
Ah.
chain with a lock on his around his neck. And John Cena did
Okay.
the same thing too. He had a chain with a lock. Must
John
have been a chain
Cena,
with a
too,
lock
I
thing.
was thinking of. Yeah.
Oh, that was WWE at that point.
Yeah. Okay. I always think of it as WWF anyway because I haven't like actively watched since it was WWF. And
Hey,
I've,
WrestleMania's
caught-
tomorrow.
Yeah, I've caught bits
Come
and
watch on
pieces
the
here and there.
Discord.
Okay, I might do that. That sounds fun.
Yeah, it's 2 nights too. So
Yeah. Yeah.
come on by.
All right.
All
I
around.
may do that. Yeah.
Oh.
Check out the Super Shabazzle Discord. Shameless plug.
Was it Super? I forget what it's called now. Super Shabazzle World. Yeah.
Super
I made
Shabby
that.
Bay.
That's
I'm out
pretty-
of booze there, so I'll have to actually get onto my beer for real this time. But I've got plenty of beer to spare, so I'll order.
All right.
Are you gonna roll the thieves' tools roll?
Yeah, I was looking to see what the
I was wondering what
bonus
this
was that we
D20
got.
plus 3 is. Mr. PM.
Oh, that
That
was
was-
my investigation check.
Ah,
Yeah, that was his
excellent.
investigation to see if it
Ah.
was trapped or
Oh, okay. excellent.
otherwise somehow changed. I guess.
That's right. That's why I stood 20 feet away to inspect this corner of the wall here, perhaps.
So it's a 1d20.
That corner of the wall is slightly dusty.
It's a 1d20 plus my dex modifier.
Plus
Yes,
proficiency.
and then plus the 2 for or is the proficiency bonus plus 2 at 3rd level still?
It's
Yeah,
plus
where
2,
does it-
yeah.
It's plus
Okay.
2 at 3rd level.
I never remember
Two-
when it increases.
Since I have a
Level
proficiency
5.
since I have
Okay.
Tinker proficiency as well, do I get another plus 2, or is it just?
Oh,
that?
Tinkers if you're like building shit.
Oh yeah, construction. Sure enough. Okay. Maybe.
You,
It's
you
What happened
taken
here?
a very long time. This is a very intricate lock. Oh, I fucked it up. I was trying.
It's
to
a very
click the
intricate
doorknob.
command.
R
was
slash instead of slash R.
Don't-
You fool.
Don't
You
feel
fool.
bad. I've tried to ping many servers that don't exist because I spelled them wrong.
Hey, look.
Oh,
a
yeah, this
little
is
guy
great.
Appears.
You're doing
You roll a
great.
14 and your bonus gives you a plus 4. So 18 is unfortunately not enough to pick this very finely crafted lock. You get your picks in there and you realize this may just be beyond your skill, unfortunately. This is actually one of the finest locks you've ever seen. The inner workings of it are just all kind of a mess. You can't really tell what all is going on in there.
What's this door do?
Whoever created this lock was either the smartest or stupidest lock maker I've ever come across.
This is the
Either
most
way, whenever we
ridiculous
get it
thing.
off,
Who
it's
in the hell
mine.
charges to use the bathroom? A locked
So-
bathroom?
The crew is going to open the door to the boss room.
Okay. Missed. Sorry.
It's going through the wall.
There is a desk
Oh,
in the boss
Spooky
room.
lectern. Well, alright then.
The crew is going to go over to the desk and immediately begin pilfering through all of it.
Right. You find that on the desk there is a handwritten note, which I will share.
I have an important question to ask. Are there 10
And-
grandmothers in this crew? Or was it just a convenience of splitting?
Yeah, shouldn't that be one?
Holy balls, the janitor is a crazy bastard. He tied me up and he's going to burn the booze. Somebody save me and the booze, and I'll give you free booze for life. I'm in the beer room. Kev out, pub owner. P.S. If you write P.S. at the end of a letter, most people will read it as piss. Ha ha ha, lol.
He doesn't exactly sound like the best bar owner, but free beer is always welcome.
We've got to get back to the past. I take
Yeah,
it Grandma's
so-
already been in the past for several hours now.
Could be.
No, they got caught up in conversation
just an
talking about
illusion,
a date
man.
gone by.
As you were checking, the desk also has 100 total drawers. So if you would like to check those out now or later, you could. But
I mean,
we
I
can
can
move on to
100
over here.
drawers.
100 drawers.
I mean,
I'd-
the crew would probably open several drawers while one of them is reading the note, so.
Yeah, we can assume at least 20 drawers got opened.
Okay, so how many? There,
Ow,
20 drawers went opened?
18 drawers got opened, one person read the note, and Grandma is off talking to the crew.
Okay, so I'm going to roll a percentile here real quick to see if you notice anything. What the hell? Do you see my dice roll there?
There we are.
There it is, 85.
Okay.
Okay. You pull open 18 of you pull open a drawer and don't notice anything specifically.
What about me? I have an ability. called
Although
Fast
you
Hand.
do find some random things, which I will have to pull up my chart to find out. So hold on here.
Excellent.
There are some things in the drawers, but I don't have them. I have to pull up my.
Maybe some knickknacks, a couple of paddywhacks. If we level up, we could give our dog a bone, because once the crew levels up to level 4, this old man is going home.
One of the drawers contains a prison cell, which has a fairy in it.
What?
One of, like, a shifty looking, short dude is going to stick that in his crotch.
Okay.
Can
on
you-
your face.
Can you repeat that?
One of the drawers had a prison cell in which was captured a fairy.
Not a cage, like a full-blown cell.
And
Yeah.
you said a ferry like a boat, not a fairy like a fairy cast a magic spell to shrink this thing so that it could fit in a drawer.
A fairy, like a creature,
creature.
magical creature. Yeah.
The short cat's like, this one will revive me if I ever get shot in the gut.
And another
This
one.
is the craziest
appears
IPA I've ever had.
Another one has a table in it
Like,
Oh my goodness.
that is actually ridiculously gigantic and fills up almost the entire room.
huh. Is there anything valuable on the table?
There is some silver cups and silver plates.
I'm going to gather up everything silver and valuable and stick them in my pockets.
All right.
I have many pockets. Many very deep pockets.
All right. You gain
I grab
Apparently-
one book.
You gain
One-
one pocket.
one silver thing, which is a cup and a plate. I
Oh my
suppose is what I
goodness.
said.
Fine by
So-
me.
I was afraid of lifting this desk up and perhaps emptying the contents out. I feel like we'd be covered in whales or perhaps some other
Yeah.
nautical creatures.
Might be a bad idea. We should probably go very slowly.
And
Yes, I know. This table almost crushed me to death.
So I have the ability Fast Hands. Would I be able to roll to see how many drawers I can open in a reasonable amount of time.
While he's doing that, I'm going to use my ability of fast feet to get out of this room.
What do you say? Shall we take this gamble?
Crew starts backing out of the room.
I was afraid that somehow, while I was blinking, that 10 people in the crew died.
Them opens up a drawer that contains a 5-headed dragon.
Good day to you, sir.
That's a dapper suit.
You are very exquisitely dressed. Another man or group of gentlemen of high culture, I see.
Yes, indeed.
It is a
We
pleasure to make your
are
acquaintance.
just so thrilled to be out of there.
I don't know. I was actually having a good time with you guys. I thought we were bonding.
Shut the fuck up, Fred. I'm so tired of your shit. I haven't heard anybody talk for that long. In ever, Fred. In ever.
The entire crew is going to start looking in like directions other than the 5-headed dragon and start like whistling nonchalantly, trying to pretend like they're not noticing the meltdown going on in front of them.
They are
Is anybody up for a game of Codge?
on whether or not it was a good time in that drawer.
Sirs and or madams, it is a great pleasure to make your acquaintance. But please, do tell, you seem very familiar with a place like this. Is there anything else of note in this odd desk here?
Oh, we've been locked in that drawer for 75 years.
75, you say? That's more than 50.
Yes, that is a
That
fact.
means there's
I
7,
think.
just like what's on the other door.
I don't know what that means, but perhaps it's catastrophic. Oh, shut the fuck up, Fred. It's fine. What does that even mean? Of course, 75 is more than 50, you stupid bastard.
In any event, I think we both would find it agreeable to the fact that we've done you a great service by freeing you from what would be, lack of better terms, a prison, as this desk clearly seems to be, as to your demeanor.
Suddenly, 3 of the heads notice in the middle of your sentence that there's food all over the table and they begin devouring it.
Yes, quite. Well, for the 2 of you that are remaining, I do believe a reward is in action. No. After all, we did
Do you like my
save
sound
you.
effects?
Riveting.
Disgusting.
Beautiful.
You could have some of this food.
I
I guess you could have
No.
my jacket if you'd like. That's literally all I have on me.
It is a fine-looking jacket. You've got yourselves a deal.
They take off their jacket. It is a masterwork jacket.
Yes. I'm going to fold it up very neatly and stick it in one of my pockets. I thank you for your time and am pleased to be of service. If there is anything to call, or if there's any other help that you need, please, by all means, do not hesitate to, bye.
They continue devouring voraciously as though they had not eaten in 75 years.
Gonna quickly close the door and make our way up to Grandma.
Actually,
Alright.
let's go pay grandmother a visit.
Grandma, are you done telling
Uh,
stories yet?
So Grandma had been there actually a little while. Was she
Oh
just
dear
like
lord,
sitting
I can
around?
move the crew.
I just
yeah,
imagined that those two were like.
I won't,
exchanging
but I
stories
could.
from 50 years ago.
Yeah, I made all the tokens movable by everybody, not just because I wasn't sure when everybody would get the availability to make their character and upload it to the Roll20 here. So I just put everything on there so everybody could move it when they joined. And then, oddly enough, Chris and Crow didn't join until like an hour ago.
This is fine.
Yeah.
This is fine.
All
Well,
right.
Manbird, I hope you and Grandma are done reminiscing about days gone by, but it seems that we have exhausted all other options, and we'll take you up on your
offer.
Yes. Yeah. What were we talking about?
All right, so you return to crew. Why, hello there. Have you come to use my services?
Yes, it appears that.
Grandma glitches into the wall.
Grandma, no!
Later, Graham.
Why, holy fuck! That shouldn't happen.
She's a sweet old gal, but she does that in her old age. It's fine. Pay no mind to Graham. We would like to complacent? We'd like to complacent your services. I'm in dire need of using the lavatory. I'd like to go back to a time 50 years back where that lock wasn't installed so I might take a piss in the lavatory. Could you make that happen for us?
Idea. I do believe the lavatory has... Wait, hold on. Is there a lavatory in here? I think they have an outhouse. Anyways, yeah, I'll do it. Poof.
Oh,
And
shit, I was going to push one of the crew in first, but I guess it's all of us.
Boom!
Giles theme.
You are back in the same place as far as you can tell, except for the crow is not undead. Why, hello there. My name is Crow. I think if I should ever become a zombie, I will change my name to Crew, for, you see, Crew is the past tense of crow.
Fantastic idea, but might I suggest not?
What year is it?
What about, and think about this, I would say you'd have about 50 years or so to stew it over, just as a hypothetical. What about Stephen?
I
Just
shall
like I said.
consider it.
Just think it over for about 50 years or so, for no particular reason. Anyway, what year is it?
It is the year 50 years before the present.
Yes, I was born in 30 years before the present. I remember it like it was yesterday. 30 years in the present before it.
My father always told me that I was born 24 years before the present. I thought he was just being a prick, but, you know...
Oh my gosh.
I'm
sorry, I need to derail all of this to bring up a very terrible anecdote. There is an awful book in the world out there called The Empire State, and it is like a book that tries to do like 12 pop culture things together, but it involves like a weird like spherical area that's surrounded by mist that is like a branch off of New York City. And they call it the Empire State. And the people that live there live near this fog where they know the time as existing from like 10 years ago. But the guy that the main character is like 40. And he grapples with the fact that he's 40, living in a world where there's only been 10 years. We're going to keep going. Just keep that in your brain. We're in the Empire State now, gentlemen.
Right. Well, I have an existential crisis about being negative 26 years old. I'm also going to come out and have an existential crisis about where the fuck are the doors?
Hold on, that's a good question.
That
There should be
feathery
doors.
motherfucker lied to us.
Speaking of doors, I'm
Hold on.
about to open the
Let
door
me-
to
let
my
me get
refrigerator
snacks.
for another beer. I'll be right back.
Captain? He's gone. He's zoned out. He's gone to that faraway land of, what did he call it? Kitchen?
Sorry, there's the doors. I'm not sure where they went exactly, but they are back now.
One of the crew members is just sitting in the back eating chips, trying like,
I blink for a second and the doors are back. What sort of mad trickery did that skeleton bird man put us through? What kind of bullshit is this?
oh.
The kind that comes out of a bull's ass.
Is that not Captain? Is he?
I mean, he's technically part bull. You know, I think some questions are better left unanswered.
What's through this
Way over
door?
here.
Through that door is another door.
Move out of the way. Four.
4. But it's not on purpose. That's just for my reference. Pretend the 4 that you
First
do
a
not
7.
pay no attention to the 4 behind the curtain.
First a 7, then a 4, 50, 75. What does it all mean? Wait a minute! In a feverish rampage, I kick down this door.
All right.
By kick it down, I mean throw my full body into it because I'm like a third of the size of the door.
Thunk.
I'll drink to math.
All right. Inside that door, you find a cork board, and upon the cork board is pegged a single note.
Where's the desk? It doesn't add up.
Find the.
What sort of drug-induced hallucination fever dream bullshit is this?
There it is. So here is the note.
Buy a desk.
Buy
Buy
desk,
some coasters.
pull a pint, drink the pint, but be sure to use a coaster to protect my new desk. So then, if he hasn't gotten the desk yet,
If
And
if this note comes in front of me, I have to ask one of the crew to read it for me.
essentially the desk that was here before is not here now, meaning Kevin O'Malley has yet to buy the
Kev
desk.
out, not Kev in, Kev out.
Kev, wherever you are.
Kev near. Kev far.
Kev far.
In Maine. In Maine. In Maine. In Maine.
He has yet to find the desk. Which means there may be a chance yet to rescue that dragon and solve the riddle. Moreover, get a second jacket.
Don't
Onward,
be
crew.
giving me any of that O'Reilly shit.
It's fine. O'Reilly Auto Parts hasn't been founded this far back. It's 50 years before the current era.
Oh my
Or
gosh.
whatever it was.
Get to the beer room.
All right. If I can remember.
Oh
which
gosh, no.
keyboard
Could I take a
shortcut
peek and
this-
see if the lavatory was unlocked?
Yes, I will go to Kevin first, and then I will come back to where Chris is doing shit.
The name's Gregor.
Gregor.
With 2 O's. Double O
As
Gregor.
opposed to the Double O Gregor. Gregor.
Gregor.
Oh, Gregor.
Oh, Gregor. They love that dog.
Oh, Gregor.
All right.
And naturally, I have
Um,
my halfling perched on the shoulder. The crow, the bird. I mean, the parrot.
Squawk.
You see an elven woman who is chained to the wall.
Hail, elven woman who's chained to the wall. Pray tell, what brings you to this wall? I see
Why,
that the wall is actually intact at this part of this chamber.
I have been chained here by the master of this pub basement.
How long have you been chained here?
Approximately 10 minutes.
Oh, the crime seems to be fresh. What are you guilty of being charged with?
First a 7,
What
then a 50.
idea, really? I came into the pub
then a
hoping to
75.
find some questery, as I am a bard of some note. I was hoping to either meet up with a party of fine adventurers and score some gold, killing goblins and the like, or perhaps I would sing my fill and make my coin that way. But unfortunately, the evil master B-Beg, who
is a very terrible sort of a person, locked me up in his pub basement instead.
His name is literally B-Beg.
His
Yes, it
name is literally B-Beg. Or
Barnabas,
perhaps that's a pseudonym, I'm not entirely sure.
Barnabas Beg, my old rival from across the seas. Barnabas, you bastard. All the way back here, 50 years in the past, I'll finally be able to exact my revenge before he even comes into being. Elven woman.
Figured out the riddle.
Oh,
All the numbers add up now.
Pipe
The
down,
75.
halfling. We're not doing math right now. I can't figure that out right now. We're on the quest for booze. Oh my goodness, Elven woman. Have you pressed the L button or the B button?
That means that they're
I
still...
have a B button. She honks her accordion just so.
Oh,
I don't have an L button. It only goes up to G and then it repeats.
Okay, good. Alright, she's fine.
That means that
We
the
can keep our
grenade must still
distance.
be
The crew isn't nearby, are they? Take a look around for the
Crew
crew.
is
They're off,
currently-
right?
Got the ritual.
fucking off trying to get to the booze room as fast as possible.
I don't know
Okay.
if the ritual would work without the crew.
Well, PM, what do we do here? Do we leave this woman to be chained?
She plays a jaunty tune on her accordion.
I think we should leave her. I think we should go.
No, perhaps let her just play this one.
Okay, maybe one tune. Madam, your accordion seems to not be fully functional.
It's a discordian. I'm full of this shit.
Anyway. Ma'am?
Why, yes, I'm sorry. I was very distracted by my jaunty tune. I hope
Best-
Nintendo doesn't sue me for copyright.
Oh my goodness. Best of luck in your future endeavors. Alright, let's get the fuck out of here.
Good luck with your chain and wall.
Yes, have fun with your quest as well, my good sirs. And, rabble, bunch of... Oh, no, never mind. They're in the other room. I can't see the crew. I'm breaking the fourth wall. Fuck me.
Okay, bye. Gonna shut the door and go after the crew.
Gonna get the fuck out of there.
All right. So, crew, as you are opening the door, you
All right,
see
it's the
another
crew.
door. You see
Oh, my
yeah, you can
loyal
see all
crew.
those.
Dwindling in numbers, it seems. Oh no, we're back at full
They're just all
strength.
studying this wall, and they have been for as long as you were talking. And they're like, you'd think on this fourth wall here there would be a door, even a window, but there isn't.
We can't find a door.
Could I see if the wall? What is this wall made out of? Is it made of adamantine or some other Marvel shit?
The doors?
Adamantium.
Wall. No.
The wall. The
This
wall is
wall.
all stonework.
The wall, not the
in-
doors.
Yeah, the walls are all stonework throughout the entire pub basement.
Intrigued.
But yeah, it seems like relatively what you would expect to be creating a basement wall laid within the foundation of the pub.
Okay.
You know what can get through stone walls? Captain, stand back. It's time for the ritual.
Wait,
Actually,
what?
no. It failed when I tried it. You conduct the grenade ritual. It's 50 years before the present. We should have our grenade back.
I don't think that time physics. I'm no mathematician here, but time and physics don't work that way. I was thinking perhaps I would take this here giant grape shot and smash through the wall. Kool-Aid Man style.
Or, idea, attach the grenade to your grape shot and then do it. Explosive grapes.
Smash the fourth wall!
Could I?
Smash the fourth wall! Smash the fourth wall! The
Could I
entire
check my
crew is going
inventory?
to-
Wait, no, go ahead.
The entire crew is going to start beating on the wall with clubs.
Yes, this is what I pay you for. I'll just marvel at this.
I'll let you take 10 on the attack roll since you're out of combat. Make a damage roll.
Okay. They are They're really incompetent at this. They deal 4 damage.
It's a wall.
But
They
the
all
number
hurt
is
their
4,
hands
so that
slightly
should
as
do it.
they punch and beat
Ow!
against it.
Oh.
I like to examine my inventory and see if there's a grenade existing in it.
There is unfortunately not. The party shares an inventory of grenades for some reason, and the crew used them all earlier.
Yes, I've checked our pocket of grenades, and it seems to be tapped. Like the kegs of this basement pubbery.
I'd tap that.
So how much would you say blasting charges are worth, Sean?
I don't know. Does 5e have a rule for that? Hold on, let me Google 5e
What in the mother is a blasting
Blasting.
charge?
charges.
Dynamite, basically.
A blast charge is a 12-pound bag of gunpowder. It's blah blah blah. Is D10 plus blah plus D20 plus blah 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 blah. Blast charge.
Blah.
5e. Hold on.
Oh, it's 75 gold.
75 gold.
Too expensive for my ability.
Curses.
Perhaps we should just keep knocking down all these doors.
Okay. Get out of
Crew
my
first, ask questions later.
You come into the next
Oh,
room and it
Criminius, the
appears
dead guy
to be
here.
also empty.
Oh, the room's empty. No dead man, no pants, no cell phone?
way.
Did they have cell phones 50 years back and 50 years from the present?
However, in the next room, you do see a couple of doors that end up pointing in directions.
Oh, excellent. I remember this is a real fake door.
One of them says 2.
Eh.
What could it mean?
All right. Hold on here a second. I need to change the stuff off the other layer.
Okay.
Calm your tits, Chris. Calm them, I say.
Calm the collective tits.
I remember.
It's
Oh
taking
my
so that-
goodness. The best thing could have happened. 50 years in the past, we could have walked up the stairs to see if the keg was tapped. Maybe recruit some more crew members.
All right. There is a guy.
Or we could
in
just walk
here
to the right.
And another guy.
Hey, it's Matt Mercer. There he is.
Is that really Matt Mercer?
I mean, it looks kind of like
Looks
pixel
like an
Matt
art of
Mercer.
him. It's like a drawing of Matt.
It's Pat Purser. Hey, Pat. Thanks for coming.
So there's several kegs all around the room.
I'll
You
drink the
assume this
Pat.
possibly might be the keg room. Also, there is seems to be 2 guys arguing in here. This one seems to be holding a mop. You'd guess perhaps he's a janitor or some such. And this one is holding a load of paperwork and seems to be arguing with him about something.
I remember.
Well, hold on.
something
Who are these people all getting in my way? Well, now don't change the subject, I say, you stupid bastard cunt face. I'm here that I demand that I must get paid equally. You have not been paying me half as much as you have promised, and not half as much as the minimum wage should be. If we had instructed such a minimum wage in this kind of disheveled economy as such, it probably hasn't been invented for another 75 years or so, but fuck you for not abiding by it, you turd!
Excuse me, gentlemen. Did somebody say something about being paid?
Why, yes, this here rat bastard is not paying me a fair wage. Well, now I've paid you exactly what I've told you I would pay you, which is 1 beer an hour and a slap on the ass. Well, that's not what you said you would pay me. That's only what you wrote in the fine print because you're a cunt.
I don't think either of you understands how this works.
I'm
But
not
you-
quite sure what the minimum wage was 50 years in the past of the present, but it doesn't quite seem that you could get very far in this. 1 beer on the hour? Gosh, no, that's far too weak of a drink for a Minotaur.
You'd be sober before you're at the bottom of the bottle.
He signed the contract. It's not my fault at all. Why, yes, it is, you stupid, slimy git.
Perhaps you should look for better compensation at a
Right,
better
I think we're going-
occupation.
I think
Oh
we're
my
going.
goodness,
to
I'm using
have
such
to-
big words.
I'm so proud of you.
Well, but according to the contract, he has to work with me for 50 years, you see. So he is stuck here, unfortunately.
Uh-huh.
That's quite most unfortunate. A damn
That's
shame,
just
even.
a fun conversation.
One of the crew members in the back, the little miniature Chewbacca dude, is going to look shiftily around and try and open up a keg and just start lapping up from
Oh,
the
yeah.
back
Lumpy.
as this argument is going on. Yeah, Lumpy.
Lumpy, I think, is the little Chewbacca in the holiday special.
Oh God.
I feel like Lumpy is either the little guy or the grandpa, and there's like a 5-minute scene of like Lumpy walking around outside that could like fall. I don't want to spoil everything for our Christmas special here, or our Life Day special, excuse me. Let me be PC here. But like he's like wandering around like on this thing and like almost falls and then doesn't, and like that's the payoff of like the whole dang scene. Anyway, Lumpy's sipping booze. Sorry.
Nice.
Right. Well, gonna hop up on top of one of the kegs. Gentlemen, it seems that we have come across a fine predicament here, and I think there's only one way to solve it. You, broomstick man, what would you say is a more adequate way for pay?
Oh, I'm trying to remember the voice I used a second ago. Ah,
This
fuck.
sounds quite right.
Yes, yeah, okay. Is this close enough? Good enough. That's
Close
slimy
enough
git.
for me tonight.
He's such a turd and all that fuckberries. Yes. Anyways, I say a fair wage should be 75,000 gold every 15 minutes, and also a raise every 34 minutes.
Sounds like a 3 for 4 on the voices, but a bit absurd on the payment.
Right. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm about as greedy of a fuck as it comes, but even then, like, dear God, man, do you even understand what money is?
Unfortunately for this gentleman, doubling his pay at this point is a beer in each hand and a slap on each cheek, so I mean, far be it from him to be requesting more payment. But god damn, man, have you seen the market of this place? We're 50 years in the past right now. You couldn't possibly be looking to make that much money in 34 minutes.
Well then, you there, sprightly gentleman who I am assuming is the owner of this fine establishment, I assume you would be more agreeable to my captain's thoughts that a fair raise is a beer in each fist and a palm upon each cheek, yes?
Oh gosh, no, I wasn't suggesting it, but perhaps you'll agree.
So, are you saying I need to pay him 2 beers and slap him on both cheeks at the same time? Or
Dear.
one and then after the other?
Perhaps if you could
Uh,
examine and quantify that about... Oh, fuck my uncle, I'm going with the big words again.
Okay, janitor boy, pull down your trousers so that the Minotaur can examine you.
Well, fuck you stupid git. I'm not doing that shit. Well, I say I ought to just light the bloody idiot on fire.
Everybody make a dexterity save.
Oh, criminy.
Oh boy.
I
Question.
can't do those that well.
Is this magic in any way?
Yes it is.
Aha, I get advantage then.
Ooh, baby. Kevin's Dude.
That's a good
How do
roll.
I change the name of this? Of Kevin's Dude?
I
Good question.
don't know. I assume you
Because
can
all
by
y'all
editing the
did
character
change
sheet.
it, but I didn't know how.
I don't know.
Yeah, so you should be able to edit Kevin's dude name will now be
Gregor.
Gregor. Save changes. Okay.
Greg
Now you're
O'Rourke.
Gregor O'Rourke.
Greg
I get it.
O'Rourke.
I see what you did that. He's not an orc.
You said it was
He's,
Dex,
he's a
right?
minotaur.
He's a Minotaur. He's a Minotaur O'Rourke.
You said it was Dex, right?
The name
yes, the
falls
next
in with everything, my man. It's just crazy how how ridiculous KO or
Alright.
Kevin O'Rourke can
Hold
fall
on.
into it.
Hold on. I get advantage.
And he
Panahi
gets advantage, which is
Mambo.
very good because he just rolled a 4.
Big
Aha!
woof.
11 total is also not great, but slightly better. But
But I am
still
small
fails.
enough. I am small enough to slide behind a barrel.
Ooh. Well, that would be convenient if the barrels weren't all full of flammable liquid.
Ah, that does pose a problem.
You should have
Uh,
stuck with the
and,
similar plan of hiding
ooh.
behind yours truly.
9.
Oh, yes, you have a 9. That's earlier in here. The rolls there. Yes. Okay. So everybody fails except for Kevin's dude, formerly known as Gregor, by which I mean presently known as Gregor, formerly known as Kevin's dude. Because
Steps behind
yes.
the door.
so
Because woo.
Gregor is the greatest dexterity saver out of the lot.
He's
of
quite
you.
the dexterous. He flipped around did like the breakdance style
He's just hiding
dodge,
behind the
and the
entire waist of
the
car.
hooves are like kicking out. You know.
He does like a triple breakdance spin, then hops up and does a backflip before just calmly closing the door on the fire.
And like the Iron Man punch to the ground. Superhero 3-point landing.
As he puts his hands forward in a sort of a crazy ass Kamehameha or some sort of a form like that, he yells out at you, "Burning hands of deathing, dooming shit, and fuck you all!" And
Oh, that's the same move
a
they
jet
use
of
in
fire
Gundam.
bursts forth from it. Yeah, exactly. It bursts forth and ignites, in fact, all of the barrels. Bum, bum, I should learn how to play that bum, bum, bum on the bagpipes. Do you think that would work?
Maybe.
I'll do it later, maybe. For now, I will drink. And with that, we shall roll for initiative. Bum, bum, bum.
Oh yes, we're gonna destroy Matt Mercer here. Guy doesn't stand a chance. His biggest night is Thursdays, and we all know that Drink to the Past is a Friday show.
Mhm.
And in my case, it's a Friday into a Saturday show, but that's just me. Dang, man, I used to have a initiative thing. We'll just do this the old-fashioned way. Oh, hot damn! This is my
Alright, there you
jam.
go.
Wait,
Natty Daddy 20.
wait,
Is
what's
that
the
is that
plus
that's a
two
drink
for?
rule? The DMS that take 3 shots or something.
Yeah, I mean, it's a crit 20, so I have to at least drink twice, so I'll call that
Oh,
twice.
initiative +2. That's fine. I was kind of at
It
the
really
epicenter
kind of
Guys,
sucks to nat 20 on the initiative because that means that I need to figure out how to play barbarian now.
Uh-oh! Oh, snap! All right, the
I know how to
crew
smash
as a
it.
collective has 15. Bump. And Gregor. Oh, no, I
Oh,
put the
let me
wrong.
just do that.
I put the wrong initiative on Crow. So Crow's is.
Everyone seems to be confusing me with Crow, but this is fun. Crow Rourke.
I just
That's
clicked
alright.
the wrong token there. So 4. All right, and Crow, do you have any dexterity bonus?
Yeah. I have +4
Okay.
to Dex.
Okay, so your total will be 8. Okay, so then we will reorder the
That's-
Beep.
You've
Okay,
got
so
it reversed.
Gregor.
You've got it on Pat Purser.
Oops.
Patty.
Okay, every
Fucking
time I suck
Patty
at putting the
Daddy-o.
wrong thing on the wrong place, I have to drink again.
Love his show.
Which brings us to the second pirate-ish beer of the week,
Critical poll.
which is called
Critical poll,
Chillax.
critical poll.
This is a pineapple golden ale. I took it because it's sort of piratey because it's got a
Ooh, look at that
octopus
eel
or something
boy.
on
Octo
the
Daddy.
can art here.
Mhm.
Yeah, so this is Chillax. It's a pineapple golden ale from Bootstrap Brewery, I think. Yes, Bootstrap Brewery, which is out in Niwot, Colorado, which is a tiny ass town, which I have passed through a million times and never stopped at. But then I found their beer at the grocery store the other day, so I bought a big ass pack.
Forgot that town existed.
Yeah.
Pretty sure the people that live there forget that town exists.
Probably. I only know the name of the town where this brewery is because my pipe band plays there every 4th of July. So Come
Oh.
check out the world's shortest 4th of July parade in Niwot, Colorado, if you're
Yeah.
in town on the 4th of July. I don't know if it's happening this year, but
I also don't know why you would be in Niwot, Colorado.
that is a weird place to be on the 4th of July when the Greeley Stampede is happening, 10 miles away.
It's an apt way to put it.
Yeah.
Greeley.
I
I had a substitute teacher who was from Greeley. Very interesting guy.
That's not bad. I haven't had this in a while. I had, I think, 1 or 2 more cans of this, and I've since drunk them. But I think actually, now that I'm thinking of it, I got this pack a while ago, so I don't remember it very much. Oh. That's pretty good beer. It's just light and like pineapple-y. That's really just easy drinking. Nice beer. All right. So, what the fuck is going on, Gregor? It's your turn. Oh
I have-
my god.
I have one dumb fringe barbarian thing that I want to use,
All right.
but not for the battle effect or anything. Just a fringe thing to play with our drinking rules here. I missed a check on Danger Sense, which gives me advantage on dex saves against effects that I could see. And I want to roll
Okay.
a d20 right now to see if the DM would have to drink something or if the party would have to drink something. Can I roll a d20 for fun right now to see if I crit or if I crit fail?
Sure.
Sure.
All right, let's see what we do. It didn't really matter because I passed the check. What is a 10? Everybody drinks. It's a 10. It's midway through.
You know what? I will.
I'll
allow
drink
this
to
roll.
stupid shit.
I'll drink to that.
I will drink to
Fuck
that.
yeah.
All right, anywho, I'd like to get pissed off and sloshed and pissed and drunk. Pissed drunk. I'm going to rage the fuck out right now. Get
All
real
right.
pissed off. All piss and vinegar. And I am going to... Who was the one who, lit this whole place on fire?
That was
Is it Pat?
Pat Purser here. Yeah, the mysterious janitor guy who is arguing about his wages.
Okay, I'm going to stomp on over to this guy and put some capitalist, you can't have minimum wage shit on him.
Okay.
I'm gonna-
From there, you could move an attack, or you could make a charge attack.
Make a charge attack, you say?
Yes, charge attacks are fun.
How could I... What? A charge attack? This is some
Yeah.
3.5 shit?
Didn't we look that up? And it's also a thing in 5th edition.
Doesn't sound
It's
familiar.
I believe
Unless
on a
it's
charge attack you get advantage on attack rolls, but you provoke an attack of opportunity against the target that you charge.
The great thing about that is that as I am
No.
charging, or as I'm raging,
If that's not
attack
a thing,
of
then I have to
opportunities
drink.
have disadvantage
It's
on
not
it.
a thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna
I'd-
charge in anyway, but just as a regular Minotaur man, and I'm just gonna recklessly attack this jabron. Advantage on the attack with rage. Grape shot. I'm just gonna let's
All right.
do this shit.
Hell yeah.
All right, I'm
That is a lot of
hoping that
dice.
that a 20 hits.
A 20 does indeed hit.
Excellent. I'm going to
That's
do
your-
10 points of damage on Pat.
Fuck yeah.
Patamish
All right.
Pershamish. And that ends my
Ah.
turn.
Thing moved. All right, so mine at 10. All right, there, I got that marked on my thingy here. Your cannonball on a stick.
The grape
is-
shot.
Yes, grape shot on a stick. Not sure how that works, but it's cool. Is
I
it
didn't
so-
really know how it
is
worked
on a
either, but
stick, or-
it is cool.
He's got
it's-
grape shot on a stick, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah. It's a big cannonball on a stick. Because he's a
Nice.
pirate.
As you come in, you kind of smack him right upside the chin. His jaw dislocates, and he says, "Oh fuck, that hurts like a son of a taco. I mean, bitch. I meant bitch. Bitch, not taco. Fuck. I said the wrong thing. I'm so confused."
That's right, Pat. Rethink your time of framing
That
on,
was a
on
crit,
knights.
wasn't it?
They
No, it was a 20 total. It was only a roll of 15.
Yeah, it was a 15 roll, and like I do extra damage as a crit, which is funny. But yeah, I didn't crit.
Yeah, but 10 damage is pretty good though. So
10 damage is great for level 3. I'd take that.
yeah, all right. Which will move to the next turn, which is the crew as a collective.
The crew is just gonna surround this guy and begin beating the shit out of him with clubs.
I have to drink because my character took damage.
Do we get flanking with the crew? Do you get advantage on your attacks?
You should.
Dropped my drink sign.
Because we are flanking him.
Yeah.
How are you 6 out of 32? What happened to the other grandmas?
The fire
Uh,
ball.
Yeah, so the crew, because it's a swarm, takes double damage from area effects attacks.
Oh, the fire guy, yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
So let's see. One of those is a nat 14, which totals out to a 19 total. Does 19 hit this guy?
I sure hope so.
Yes.
Let's see. The crew deals the guy 5 entire damage between all of them trying to rain blows on him.
Also, those kegs are on fire.
Oh, fantastic. I'm sure that won't be a problem later down the line.
What was that total, Chris? Here.
5 damage.
5 damage. All right, I will mark that. He says, as he
Woof.
is struck by your mighty whatever exactly it is, whichever hits. You're not sure if it's one of the guns fired, one of the swords hurled, one of the nut kicks kicked, but
One of Grandma's fists.
something hits him.
Something was bound to hit him with that many things flying.
Yeah. That'll be your entire turn, I assume?
Mhm.
Then it is Panahik.
Yes.
The PM.
I'm going- with the swarm of beatdowns raining, plus the giant hulking minotaur in his
We
face,
drink again as I am hit.
I'm gonna slide in behind him, pull out a dagger, and commit a sneak attack on his back.
Ooh, that
All right.
poor bastard.
Is it a flanking sneak attack?
It should be, yes, because the crew is on the opposite side.
So it's
of you.
advantage plus sneak attack.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dang, man, the crew is deadly.
Ooh, snap.
That support, though. Big support. That's BS.
It's a good thing the crew is a good setup for flanking, because otherwise they are not very useful
Yeah.
as a character.
All right, so let's see.
And then it's plus 2
Oh,
to
that's-
make 2. So plus 2 to 16, 18.
Ooh.
Hit.
Yes, 18 will hit.
Cool. 2d.
Somebody got 5 plus 16.
I stab him.
Wow.
I bury a dagger right in between his
Oh.
shoulder blades for 11 damage.
11.
Alright.
As your dagger slashes right between his shoulder blades, you can see his spine begins to sever straight at the joints, and his ribs kind of start falling out his back. And he says, "Ugh, this is the goriest thing I've ever seen if I could see my back, but I can't because my eyes are on my front and my back is on my..."
That's
Oh,
a big
classic
note for
Pat.
me. I have an ability called Cunning Action that I can use to dash, disengage, or hide, so I'm going to, using my dagger as like a handle, flip up over him and hide like on the captain's shoulders behind his head.
Yes, this is great. Yes.
Nice. Just jump back on the Minotaur.
Yeah.
Hide up there. Awesome.
Most excellent.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, like-
Make a stealth roll.
Oh, yeah. You said the right thing, too. This is good. No fortitude here.
Yeah, I said stealth roll instead
Stealth.
of move silently or hide.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, I'm so
oh.
fancy.
I'd drink to that.
Okay.
So that's a what? 1d20 plus 4.
It worked.
Am I-
Yeah, it should be Dex plus.
Are you proficient in
proficiency
stealth?
bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you should get a lot for that.
Hey.
Yeah.
Nice. All right.
For the Yu Yu Hakusho fans out there, I'm picturing Elder Toguro and Toguro.
Yes, that was actually what I was going for.
Yeah, I'm digging that.
Well, that's a horrible mental image.
That's dope,
Well,
yeah.
mine is
I
sort
can't
of-
wait for you to, like, flail your arm out and just, like, kill Kuwabara.
Now I feel bad because I watched Yu Yu Hakusho like years ago, and I'm trying to think of who the hell Toguro is. I'm like, I know that name. Who is it?
Toguro, so, like, Elder Toguro is, like, the slimy, like, guy with the perm
Little,
that can,
little
like, stretch his
scraggly
body around
dude.
everywhere.
Yeah, and younger Toguro is like the muscly dude.
Yeah,
who always
buff
wears
guy.
sunglasses.
Big
Yeah,
muscle
with the
coat with
boundary break
I
sunglasses.
know the muscle-bound guy with the sunglasses. I'm trying to think.
That's
of...
younger Toguro. Elder
Yeah, I
Toguro
only
is the guy that
watched-
just gets wrecked
Okay.
Yeah,
by
Elder-
Kuwabara.
Elder's the small, like, scraggly looking guy with the long gray
It's-
hair.
it's- Elder
I've only
Toguro
watched
is
until they
Crow on my
canceled it
shoulder.
on- Nice.
He's
I only
mentally
watched it
unhinged.
until they canceled it on Toonami, so I don't think I ever finished.
Yeah, I did too, and then they brought it back, and then
Oh, did they?
it's great. Yeah, I mean that show is like my favorite anime. It's really
I
good.
rewatched it in college.
Nice.
I rewatched the whole thing. 'cause
It's a
I
good
love it
time.
so much.
I'm gonna have to check that out one of these days.
Maybe
Anywho,
we could do
I'm
a
gonna
watch
roll
night.
for him real quick. It's gonna be a secret roll because I'm using my own dice behind the
guy.
scenes.
my
Look at me, I'm an
gosh.
evil DM and stuff. So you don't know if he sees you or not. Bum, bum.
You're the E
I'm
EDM.
I'm swallowing
Electronic.
a giant minotaur in his face. I don't think he sees me. I must have
There
heard
is
something.
a possibility. And then it becomes Pat Purser's turn.
Oh,
or
Pat.
who you assume is Pat Purser because that's just what you've named him.
Patrick
He
Percivalus.
seems surrounded, and he is confused a little bit as to what exactly he should do. And so, not knowing exactly what to do, he takes a step back in this direction. Are 5-foot steps a thing in 5th edition?
Yeah, you could take a
yeah.
5-foot step.
Okay.
It doesn't
Because I
provoke
wasn't
opportunity.
sure what to do. I think I have to drink anyway because I wasn't sure if that was a thing. Well, was one.
He can move, and then I think generally the accepted thing for DM or player is to take the dodge action.
Yeah.
However, did he just step on a keg that's on fire?
No, those ones weren't on fire.
This one is not on fire.
So he's
Oh,
up top
pardon.
there?
Yeah, so he does step up on top.
Okay.
is where I was.
Yeah. So
Maybe
that's,
looking
that's
for me.
kind of a 5-foot step, but he's sort of on top of a keg now.
Okay.
And he points back into this direction, and let's see here. This is going to be Gregor and the crew, as well as the other guy who he was his boss, and he's now arguing the merits of his wages with. We'll all have to make dexterity saves as he uses another conical, fiery burst of flaming flamery.
Oh no!
Conical shape.
Excellent. I get advantage on this because I see it. A dex save, you say?
A dex save, I say indeed.
+2. How's that pina colada treating you?
Okay, I finished that, so then I drank a beer, and now I'm on to a second beer. Now a kid is coming out of his room, so I have to
Oh,
be just
kid.
back in a moment. Roll your dex saves, and then talk about something ridiculous.
I've rolled a 15 and a 16.
That
Well,
should-
I'm pretty sure unless he rolls minimum on damage, the entire crew is going to die right here.
So, does the crew... Like, do I revive one crew somehow, and then you have hit dice for the crew?
Yeah, so the way I thought of it working was, they're easy to put down. Like, if you, melee attack them and you deal, 8 points of damage, that's just you,
knocking them out.
killing or knocking out, 8 crew members. But they're, weak enough that if you cast a healing spell on them, your healing can heal up a bunch of them at once.
I can't heal a shit, but, we also left 12 of them in the past, drunk, inebriated, and blown up by a grenade, so...
In the future.
Yeah.
In the future, yeah, sorry.
We
In the
gotta
past-
go back in time.
We could. We could send the crew to go back in time to revive the crew.
could.
Or to
I
recruit
mean,
more crew.
The two of us could probably take this guy.
We can, but I want the crew to be involved in playing the game.
I mean, true.
No, I said crew, not true. Oh, ho, 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 ho.
I mean, like
16, woo!
We could buy time before they get here. Also,
This is true. I like the concept of the crew for like a DM kind of thing. Like I've seen a thing where a DM tried to create like, so like his player characters advanced to like level, like they were like level 15 or something, and he ended up creating like a campaign where people played as like the player characters kind of became like generals of an army.
mm-hmm.
And they role played out like their planning sessions for like the battles,
Mm-hmm.
and then they would like control the movements of troops, like tactics and things of that nature. And they created an entire like rule set for playing as like generals of an army that would like attack en masse of like different groups, and certain things would be swayed based on like where the generals would be in the battlefield and things like that. And it kind of reminded me of like a Dynasty Warriors kind of game, or like any real war that has existed. So you have like the generals of that army. And as I was reading your like creation of the crew, I kind of felt like those sort of vibes where it's like, it's multiple folks like being controlled by one character that can like
It's a
like
hive
sway
mind.
things,
Yeah.
and that's cool. Mind fucking blown, right?
Yeah, I don't know what
Dynasty
you're talking about, but
Warriors.
yeah, totally.
I actually stole the idea from a blog from Coins and Scrolls, because he had a crew class for his own system. So
All right. Well, anyway,
How's the kid?
the kid is fine. He had to pee.
All right, I can top you. Last night, or on Wednesday, no, it was last night. The kid woke up as we were watching Boondock Saints for our St. Patrick's Day celebration, a little bit later than St. Patrick's Day. Skip, I'm sorry, I'm telling the story. The kid came down, and like several times throughout the night, and the kid says, I can't go to sleep. I just can't go to bed. Like, I don't want to. I'm like, you don't want to? Of course you don't want to. Like, you want to go to bed. And then the last argument for I can't go to bed was, I can't go to bed because I'm bored. To which my response was, here's my secret for going to bed. You get in the bed, you put the covers over yourself, you close your eyes, and you go to bed. And that's my secret for going to bed, and it's worked for years. And he went to bed. So I mean, that's what you do. I'm a tough love kind of guy.
When they have that kind of issue, when they're just like making up stuff, I'm just like, they're just like, it's too hard to sleep, and I'm just like, what you do to sleep is you lay down and you close your eyes and you don't do anything until you're asleep.
The best thing is to like encourage the mundane things.
Yeah.
To be like, it's great when you wash your hands because like you wash them and they're really clean. And because you've washed them and they're clean, you can do so much cool stuff. And they're like, we can do cool stuff because our hands are clean. And it's like, yeah, go wash them. They're like, yeah, let's go wash the hands.
Nice. All right.
That's great.
So, anyways,
I'm a terrible person.
So whoever saved the DC was 14.
Yes.
Whoever
Shaved it
saved
twice.
takes half damage. The rest of you take 5. So half of 5 is 2.
because you round down in this system. Is that right?
Yes, you round down, of course.
I
Probably,
assumed that was the same. So, but I wasn't 100% sure, so I'm still gonna drink just to make sure.
Is it fire damage?
So
It is fire damage as he unleashes his conical burning.
question.
spell
Dang, I
from
don't
his
take
hand.
half.
So, question. Idea.
Mhm.
Since I'm riding on him, would it be possible, having being blasted once before, recognizing the hand motions? I'm assuming we were in a small room, and Gregor is a very large gentleman. In order to save my captain, could I flip my feet like onto the ceiling, gripping his horns, and push him out of the way of the flames to keep him from getting hurt?
This sounds neat, and I want to make it happen. How does this make sense in 5th edition speak?
Fifth
So, I
edition,
was
it
doing-
sounds like you make like a sleight of hand and a dex check or some weird
Is there,
shit
is
like
there
that.
like a ride skill?
I don't think there's like a rule for it. I think
There-
you just have to make a ruling on it.
I would assume acrobatics.
Yeah.
Or
Acrobatics.
is there
and-
like a handle?
There is.
I don't want to say
handling,
handle
but-
animal. It's not exactly an
What
animal.
would be really funny is if I made an acrobatics check and you made a strength check.
Cause that's what I so
Animal
the roll-
handling is wisdom.
The roll that I did that you can see up above.
I'm not an
down,
animal. I'm a wild animal.
Yeah,
Like,
okay.
that was-
So
that
here's
was
what
my
I'm gonna
strength
do.
roll.
So I'm gonna give Kevin the
Uh-oh.
acrobatics check.
All right, cool.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
give Crow the handle animal check, and I am going to set the DC on this D20 here, and I am going to reveal it after you have both rolled.
All right,
So
I
let me
did it.
find the number on my
And
D20 here.
I do want to say, before this maneuver executes, the entire crew is down.
This is fun.
And actually, I should probably get off. I am reaching my physical limit in terms of tiredness.
Okay, we are close to done with this encounter. So
I say we'll probably wrap it up after this encounter.
yeah. All right. So, have you made your rolls? Let's see. There's a one for Gregor and one
do
for
I-
Fennehick.
Do
fucked
I
that up.
get advantage? So I get
think-
advantage for dex saves. Is this a dex save? No.
What did I,
I
say
get-
it was?
I get a.
It's a DC or
advantage.
something. I don't know what you said though.
You said you would reveal the DC after our throws.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's the
I
DC. Boom, boom, boom. I don't know if
12.
you can read
Oh, I
that.
beat
It's
it.
12.
Oh,
I got
you
a
beat it with
15.
12. Sweet. All right. Crow,
right.
did you win?
Yeah, because I get
All right.
advantage against magic. So
So what does
All
this
right,
mean?
hope
Do I
you-
not take damage?
no.
Is that what I said?
I
Yeah.
mean, it's either I take
stand
2
by whatever
points,
I said,
0,
but I
or
didn't
1. What do I
assuming you
take?
0, because it's basically. So what
I
happened?
should roll a D3 to see how much.
I recognized because the idea is to throw you out of the cone, so to take no damage. I recognized the hand motion, so I grab both horns, flip upside down, plant my feet on the ceiling, and just go move and push. And
Woof.
you, recognizing that, just throw yourself out of the way.
The crew, however, does
Yes,
not throw
the crew.
themselves out of the way. They get thrown in multiple directions.
They don't have any horns.
The crew,
Yeah,
wowed
so-
by this amazing display of athletic feats of athleticism and
Minus
pure
4.
teamwork, were roasted alive, watching the spectacle instead of trying to save themselves.
Nice. So, Chris, are you dead?
I would make death saving throws as per a normal thing, as
Okay.
the crew. It's like the crew at 0 hit points is basically like most of them ran away. Some of them were like moaning on the ground.
Yeah,
Right.
everybody is unable
So-
to run.
Okay.
It's
I'll
whether or
make
not
you make death saves on your turn. It returns to top of the initiative, and we'll go back to Gregor.
Oh, criminy. Fuck my uncle. Alright, Pat, how's Pat looking right now? Pat seems pretty peaked, right?
Taking a few blows.
Let's fuck Pat up. I'm
Dagger
going
to the
to
back.
make a reckless
Yeah.
attack on
You can tell
Pat.
he is bloodied, which is not a 3rd edition term, it's a 4th edition term, so I don't have to drink. However, I will drink to repress the memories of 4th edition.
So he's close to dying.
Burn!
I
kidding,
am
4th
going
edition
to-
was like
It was all right.
fine. Wasn't awful.
I'm gonna make my
I don't
attack.
hate it like a lot of people, but I don't love it. Go
I'll,
ahead.
I'll itch Pat right here with my
Mhm.
raging grape shot with advantage. There's an 18 hit Pat.
An 18 indeed hits Pat.
7 points of grape shot, smashy damage.
7 points of grape.
As you hit him straight into one nut, one of his nuts pops. You're gonna hear an audible boop.
That didn't sound
A
natural.
little awkward.
That did not
Um,
sound natural nor comfortable.
All right. You have a move action as well, I believe.
I do. I mean,
Move.
and I
Or
get
you could
bonus
just-
action dash, but I guess I'm just gonna kind of hang where I'm at.
No problem.
Or
Ooh,
I don't know. Can
as
I
an
move
orc-
within this space of the crew or no?
Yeah, you'll probably be standing on one of the dead and/or dying parts.
I'll
of the
just hang.
crew.
I'll just hang where I'm at. This is
I
fine.
rolled.
Uh,
I gotta finish my drink.
You have to-
because I
yes.
rolled a natural 1 on my death saving throw.
yeah,
Oh,
so that-
criminy. Jiminy, criminy.
Chug.
Whole drink going down.
I will take a celebratory chug with you.
Oh man. I need to know, Chris, is it you
I'm
that's
almost
tired
done.
or is it your character that's tired right now?
Oh, I'm tired. My character isn't tired. They are dying / dead.
Okay.
All 32 of them.
Well, I have to
You know,
open my
running
third
away
beer.
and reconsidering their career options.
Or left in
My
the
third
past.
beer of the week
Sorry,
is just
future.
Oh,
plain old
Guinness.
Guinness. But nothing wrong with that.
Hey, can't go wrong with Guinness.
I went wrong with Guinness once and it hurt.
I mean, fair.
So I am the one in 21-1 that went wrong with Guinness.
That sounds like it is a potential problem.
Yes, it is.
All right, so Chris, you have failed a death saving throw. Does a natural 1 on a death saving throw like fail twice or anything?
It,
or is
it does fail twice. That is how that works.
Does it? Oh wow.
Yes.
Okay, so you've already failed twice out of
The
your
crew.
one roll.
My lovely crew.
Panahik, your turn as it comes, and you
Um,
are currently hidden. Now that it's your turn, I can tell you the Pat Purser does not seem to notice your presence as he is distracted by the Minotaur and the crew and the flaming barrels.
Well, I have in my possession a short bow and arrows, so I'm going to take another sneak attack and shoot this bitch.
All right.
Let me get the numbers because
The numbers don't
Yeah.
lie.
D&D Beyond is.
Is it weird that I've drank a gold ale and a blonde ale, and I think Guinness is the lightest thing I've drunk all day?
What?
Wow.
Yes, it is.
How?
That is very weird.
So
Yeah, what's the
blonde
math
ale
there?
The blonde ale is 5.1 ABV. The pineapple gold ale was 4.5 ABV. Guinness is 4.2.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
Guinness is actually very light for a stout. And in fact, it's also even almost classified as a light beer. To be classified as a light beer, at least by the FDA, I think, it has to be 100 calories per serving or less. Guinness
Oh.
is 110 calories for a serving.
Wow. I mean,
So-
for me personally, I don't know how you feel about this, but for me, drinking Guinness feels like I have had a loaf of bread in my throat. So that might just be me.
I mean, I'm a really into dark, heavy stouts, so for me, Guinness is like water.
All right. That's
I see
But
what you're
not
saying.
like
That's just
because
like your
it does
opinion,
have Some
man.
of those, right? Yeah, it
But not
it
like
kind
the
of
crappy
is.
Coors way.
Guinness hurts
Right.
me.
Does, does a 14 hit?
14 will hit. Yes.
Yes.
Alright, while Pat fights me, I'm gonna just grab another Bahoozer.
All right.
Hit him right in the other testicle.
I peek out from behind one of the horns, pull out my bow and arrow, and I lodge an arrow right in his knee.
Oh, are you forgetting to add the damage for the bow in addition to the sneak attack damage?
I am. I didn't know that was a thing. Oh.
Yeah, you had your weapon damage as well as. So you should have got that on your last attack too.
Oh, wow.
Are you going? Do you want to retroactively apply that, or do you just want to call it?
You can definitely at least give me the damage for the weapon right now.
Okay, so that was the sneak attack plus the bow is 6 plus 2. It's an 8, so 13 then.
All right.
So I
Yeah,
mean, my
that's-
arrow goes through his knee.
Poor Pat Purser has fallen upon the keg, which is next to a flaming keg, which is probably a precarious position for poor Pat Purser. And now
Alliteration aside, that was epic.
Yeah, that was indeed very, very good play. And at the end of your turn, it turns to the mysterious guy who was bitching about wages, and he turns to all of you. Good God, you sons of bitches! You've killed my poor janitor! Now I will have to do paperwork, you terrible cocks!
Might I remind...
Out of his pocket, he takes a block of knives and throws it upon you. The knives flow in all directions, and the knife block inexplicably flies towards one of you, which will be decided by a random integer, by which I mean a coin flip.
I'm
Because
expecting
Chris
like
is out of
game
commission.
show like music to be like play with this where it's like you're going to be attacked by a random amount of daggers. Da, da, da,
Yeah.
da, 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 da.
So, Kevin, why don't you call heads or tails to see whether it's you or Chris?
Always go for the heads.
All right. Well, it is indeed heads.
All right,
He is the
cool. I'll
bigger
take it.
target.
All right. So the knife block flies upon you, and it hits you right in the sternum. Make a Constitution saving throw.
A Constitution saving throw, you say?
You might as well just throw a pillow at him.
Good thing is, I love Constitution saving throws. I practice them all the time. I actually have proficiency in this.
Yeah.
Why did the
15.
janitor know
Alright.
hands?
You save, and you are not succumbed to the effect as it hits you right in the solar plexus. You
like, catch
steel
every knife?
yourself. Not quite. That was only the knife block hit you square. The knives all fly at you as well, and they hit directly upon the heads of you and Crow, and both of you must make intelligence saving throw.
Intelligence saving throws?
Yes.
Why?
Yeah.
This is
Because
great.
the knives are attempting to pierce your brains.
Let's see how far they pierce.
I just imagine the.
They
with
pierce
the
pretty
block-
far. I rolled a 3.
I just imagine
Oh, this
with
is
the
great.
block-
I love that. Does rage? I mean, I'm raging.
Yeah.
I think. Is it like piercing damage or some funky donkey shit?
In this case, it is indeed piercing damage.
All right, cool. For me, like I take, whatever, like 2. I like save 2 damage against like shit hitting me.
Are these
Okay.
magic knives?
I put the
No,
hit
they
in
are
shit.
normal knives.
All right.
Okay.
I love the lawyer wording in D&D 5e where it's like they're magical for the purposes of dealing damage.
Oh no!
Oh, yes,
Myth,
yes.
myth, you have to drink twice.
Oh god.
And
This is
also, Chris, because you are within the radius, you have to make actually this save as well. Even though you are unconscious, you are affected by the area of effect.
15. Does that save?
That does indeed save, so you take half damage.
I was
Oh,
so amazed.
Did you
by
like
the
flop
block.
out of the way of the knives or
So I die.
Just roll over.
what?
All right,
Yeah.
so Chris dies, which means both of the other players in the party have to finish their drink. Is that what I said a minute ago? Or no, Chris has to finish his drink and everybody else has to drink, right? Is that what I said?
Yeah.
That sounds bad.
I'll drink to
And
that
I-
rule.
All my drinks
If
are
you
finished.
die, finish your drink, and everybody in the party has to drink. Okay, yeah.
Oh god, I just put down a drink and a half. I'm just imagining the way it played out for me. When the block flew at him, he just flexed his chest and like bounced it back just as a show of might. And Panic was just like, "Whoa, that's so cool!" Not paying attention to the knives, so it
As they enter your brains.
it's bored head on.
It wasn't enough for the crew to be on fire. He also had to throw knives at them.
Yeah.
Could someone else take over streaming? I am like reaching. Like I said, I'm physically exhausted.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for joining us, Chris. As always, this has been my co-host, Chris of Drink to the Past. You can catch him on Drive-Thru RPG. Check out House of Flowers and whatever other shit he usually shills.
Hi, I'm Chris, tired and also tired. Audette. Yeah, that stuff.
Yeah, so Kevin or Crow, if you could just
I-
stream. Oh,
I'm
Kevin is.
blasting mine out
We're
now.
both
We'll see how
streaming.
that works. Chris, thanks for
Yeah.
hanging, dude. I love the crew. I really
Thank you.
appreciate the effort that you made to like bring them to life. I had a lot of fun just like
Mhm.
reading
Yeah,
it.
is that
Like
a
there are
character ID?
moments today where I like laughed my ass off just reading like what you wrote. It's amazing.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for playing. Thank you, Sean, for running. I will
Yeah.
see you guys next time.
Catch you on the
Chris
flip
will be back
side.
with us next week to play some Carbine Jungle. And
Carbine
with that,
Jungle.
we will sign off the
So
Chris.
long.
Right.
Crew is no more.
That's I shall. Yeah, I'll just leave the stream how it is. It's there's a slight weird cutoff, but close enough. Whatever.
Did
Alright.
I did I
We can get
Fubario
right
it
into
or are we cool?
No, it's fine. Gregor, you are the person who is
Yes.
now on the turn.
It's Gregor.
initiative.
And I've made myself over to the apostrophe IPA again. Let's take a ship.
I'll drink
I'm still
whatever
pissed and I'm still raging. And the crew, could we move the crew out of here? Or
The
Oh
only,
yes,
just
I
sweep them
suppose
under
the crew
barrel.
can get out of the way.
Rip,
So at least
ripper
it's,
rolly.
yeah.
Do I move and does Crow move with me? Does that how that
Yes.
happens? Or
Yeah, he's standing on your shoulder, so he could just move with you. I believe
Excellent.
you can move tokens currently, technically,
yes, I could.
but
I'm
doesn't.
gonna take Crow with me.
As long as I'm
I
mounted
mean,
upon
my
you.
PM. We're
Yeah, I'll
gonna
put him
roll through here.
right on top of you, right there.
Yes.
So
So
you
I'm
can
going to
actually-
make an attack.
You can click and drag and highlight multiples, and move us as a group.
Oh, okay. I wish I could move this enemy guy into the fire. I am going to. Attack with a reckless attack with my grape shot.
All right.
And I am going to destroy this man's temple with a 9.
All right, 9 will unfortunately not hit.
Criminy Jiminy.
He just ducks.
What an unlikely thing to roll.
Yes, quite.
And then I believe that was your move action and your standard action, or
I mean,
whatever
I
the
still
equivalent is.
have movement and a bonus action where I could dash.
Yeah, you have the bonus action in 5th edition, so you could use that if you have an ability that you use as such.
I'm just gonna hang where I'm hanging. It's just
Alright.
fine.
Then Panahik. He will get
Surprisingly
because you
relevant for a barbarian.
Shot the other guy last turn. He will get a check to see if he sees you. I will now deduce that. What was your stealth roll from before?
That is a good question.
Got to scroll back all through all those damn numbers.
Right.
I thought it was 17.
You can roll a
What's that?
new one if it's easier.
I think it was 17.
Okay, if you both say 17, then that's good enough for me.
Yeah, that's
'cause
where it was
I'm
before.
Sweet. Yes. Make an insight check. Crow.
Oh boy.
I just couldn't remember if it was 17 or 18, but I knew it was something stupid high.
You're the stealthiest of us.
Insight, you say?
Yeah. What show?
Alright.
I saw
I was
that one,
rolling
was
to
like,
a 1, and I was about to ready
Oh.
the drink.
Uh-huh.
So, from that insight check, you kind of analyze him, and he seems to be fully focused on Gregor and does not seem to sense your presence whatsoever.
Interesting.
Yes, I'm quite the distraction.
You are very large and also probably taking up his entire field of view.
Yes, and attracting all the foreign ladies.
So I guess I'm
It's
going
like a
to
Sean Connery Celebrity Jeopardy line, but yes.
gonna mix it up a bit and go for another sneak attack. Old tried and true.
Quite
But this
sneaky.
time, I'm going to pull out, because I have a second dagger, I'm going to pull out this one and lunge at his shoulder to try and pin him into the wall. So that way he can't move. So it would be
Sounds right.
2d20. And then +2 on whatever my best one is. Oh, I saw that 13 for a sec. Okay, does 14 hit? Or is it +2?
14 hits indeed!
Oh, it was +4. Doesn't matter. It hit anyway. Okay.
Oh, cool.
So, our 2d6. Am I able to do 1d4 + 2? Is that a thing that I can do? That is a thing that I can do. Ah,
Should be,
okay. Snazzy. Cool. So, I'm gonna pull out my bigger dagger and just dive right at him, stab him through the shoulder to pin him into the stone and deal 11 damage before using my whatever cunning action to flip back onto Gregor's shoulder
Cool.
to stay out of
All
harm's
right.
way.
So do you actually have an ability that can pin him to the wall or anything like you were describing?
No, I don't have like a specific ability to do that.
Okay.
Do you want me
So,
to do
because that would be
Flavor,
really
though.
cool. But yeah, that's pretty neat. Yeah. So
could I?
yeah, you definitely stab through his shoulder. The blow does stick into the wall, and he struggles for a moment before he can get it out. However, it has pierced all the way through, so now he is bleeding quite profusely. He stares
Good
at you
for
in
him.
terrible malice and definite judgment as he looks upon you. He does get a reroll since he saw you then, so and you probably get a penalty on your stealth roll, if anything. If not, just straight up failing it. I'm not sure how 5th edition works.
I think,
Huh?
as far as I know, like once I make an attack, then I'm just the jig is up.
Yeah, I think that breaks stealth straight up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless I have.
Oh,
an
stealth
ability
is
that-
out. Yeah, you hit, and then
Yeah, 'cause-
like you got to
Yeah,
reroll
I have to
stealth
drink
if
'cause
you
I was
duck.
damaged.
I'll
As I
drink to that.
recall-
I'll drink to stealth.
Yeah,
Alright.
as I recall, there are abilities
There's some that don't break
that I
it.
can use. I guess technically I could use the. You know what? Fuck it. Just because I'm a asshole who loves to pile on, cunning action lets me dash, disengage, or hide, so I can try to hide again. So
Yeah,
Mhm.
we're gonna
That's-
ride this bitch all the way home.
that's
So what do we
broke
do?
rogue. There is some stuff with like rogue, like UA stuff with like wood elf magic where you could like, as a swashbuckler rogue wood elf, you could attack the rapier through stealth, not be seen, hit a person, duck away, bonus action hide, or bonus action disengage, and then hide somewhere else, and then be fine. And you could cast like, what is it? It's like disappearance or something like that, where you get like plus 10 stealth for people that like have seen you. It's broke AF. It's great. Fifth edition is great. It's
But
good.
I'll take the hide +4 from my stealth bonus.
That's
Hey,
pretty good.
Get fucked.
All right. So yeah, your stealth is pretty damn good, huh?
We make a good tag team.
Yeah, this is
Tiny-
great. This is
tiny
surprisingly
guy and big
amazing.
guy.
We are the
Yeah.
Tagoro brothers right now. This is
We
great.
really are.
Nice. All right. So yeah, you are now definitely successfully hidden. However,
like,
you are on Gregor.
just happened?
so you're on his shoulder.
Time for Gregor.
And
I'm hanging
The
like I'm hanging from his
mysterious
shoulder.
barkeep is gonna grab Gregor by the scruff of the neck and try and throw him into the flaming barrels. So Gregor, make a strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw. He asks for.
It's his funeral.
That would be a 16, Ric Flair. Ric Flair!
He gets you by the scruff of the neck, and he tries to manhandle you into the fire, but you kind of see what he's doing, and you stand your ground.
Ah,
With a
you couldn't fuck with a
knuckle pulled
Minotaur.
up. You kind of look him in the eye.
You
The-
paddy
the
bastard,
pretty
I'm
pissed
a
off
real
that his move
Scotsman.
Didn't quite work.
He
But
can't quite muster the strength
stands his
with a
ground.
dagger.
with his hand on your shirt, he growls and scowls quite menacingly.
With a dagger in his
Gregor,
shoulder.
it is
Quite
now
muster.
your turn.
Excellent. I was thinking of perhaps grappling the man around the neck, but I'm gonna go ahead and hit him with the grape shot and just get that reckless raged attack against him.
All right.
Little reckless abandon.
That's a 19 to hit, 11 damage.
19 will indeed hit, and 11 damage will indeed deal 11 damage.
Yes.
Because that's what 11 damage means.
The mask checks out. I will
Hold on.
end my turn after that.
And that relieves it to Panahik.
Yes. I'm gonna go for
The,
another sneak attack. I'm going to unsheath my rapier, reach around the side of Gregor, and go for a long stab to stab at him. Let's see. This one gets a +4 as well. So,
Woof.
11 hit.
Gregor, as you are grabbed by the scruff of the neck, you hit him straight on with your grape shot, and then you see a rapier appear out of the side of your vision, and it just kind of stabs off to the side, right where you just like batted him out of the way of, and you're like, oh man, if I hadn't hit him, then maybe that rapier would have stabbed right where he was, but that's kind of unfortunate.
Perhaps we should be put in a position where we're flanking this gentleman.
You just hear a muffled behind you. Fucking damn it, shit, fuck, dicks. I'm gonna go.
It's this guy's turn.
Panahik, you may use your move action if you would like to on this turn.
I'm gonna hide again, cause I'm a sneaky little bitch.
All right.
Do 20 plus 4.
I love playing a big character where someone could hide behind me because I generally play like a big Dumbo race in every single campaign I play.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like a 6'5" Dragonborn in the other campaign I play. And I have a halfling rogue who hides behind me. And it
Yeah,
just works out so
perfect.
great. It's
I
really
ge-
great.
I generally play bigger guys that, you know, like to stand their ground and be a little more in the front of the fight, but this is fun to play as a little hit and run fucker.
I played an arcane trickster, like rogue guy, and it is the most fun I've ever had playing D&D because rogues are just really fucking fun, and being able to cast spells with them too is like really dope. But man, I always play some like dumb big fucking thing. Like I played like a Furbolg, a Dragonborn, and like I played a high elf wizard. Like, but I'm having a lot of fun playing a Minotaur. This is great. Like I love this. This is like one of the most fun characters I've ever played. It's really
Did
great.
I get away? Did I escape?
As far as you can tell, he is not 100% sure of where you stabbed from or escaped to.
Cryptic?
He is quite not very happy with the Minotaur hitting him and whatever else is hitting him that he
Poking
doesn't
at
seem
him.
entirely certain of. He picks up the keg to the right of him and hurls it upon you. You may both make a Constitution saving throw as the barrel rolls over you, attempting to knock you down.
Would it be a Constitution, or for me, would it be a Dex, since I would just be leaping off of his back?
For that, I would allow Dex for you, but definitely con for the.
Yeah, I'll take the con. The con for me is great. I'm Chekhov, Mr. Chekhov, take the con.
I was gonna say, like, I'm pretty sure you could just face tank it and be like, what was that supposed to be?
17 from my shelf.
All right, you stand your ground and are not knocked down.
Pex.
And however, you are hit square in the chest with the barrel as it kind of rolls back upon you, and you stagger for a moment, and then you catch your feet. And this unfortunately knocks your smaller compatriot back down onto the ground, who falls flat upon the keg. The keg bursts open as it is hurled upon you, and Panahik, you are now covered in whiskey.
I smell delicious, but also feel gross.
Whiskey is
exactly
the
this
life of
time-
man.
He rears back his ugly head and comes upon you with his mouth wide open, and a burst of flame shoots out of his mouth. You didn't realize until now, but you may make insight checks to see exactly how this devilry is occurring.
Yes, I'd like to take a peek into that.
Oh god, no. I have a bad feeling about this.
Insight? Oh boy.
Well, the problem is, I'm too busy being soaked in whiskey
Yes,
to notice
I'm
what's going
too busy
on.
to be dealing with this fuckery.
You are both quite confounded as to how a seemingly human person could breathe fire as such, but that indeed is what happens. Gregor, you take, let's see, you saved, right?
I saved, yeah.
He's
Yeah.
safe from the barrel.
Yeah, so you take half damage. However, being soaked in whiskey, Crow actually takes regular damage.
Half of what? What kind of damage is
Three.
this? Sorry.
3 hits. So one
Ah,
whole
God.
damage
So,
to,
like, fire
you,
damage?
And yes, it is fire damage.
Alright, I take one.
We're
Cool.
playing D&D. Say hi.
Hi, internet.
Hello.
Hey, it's wife.
I am internet.
Kevin says, "Hey, it's wife."
I've met wife before. Wife is nice.
That guy.
Hi, Gregor. Who is not.
It's me, it's Gregor.
That is
We've
Gregor,
met-
the pirate minotaur.
We've met
captain
before.
dude.
I waved to her.
On the Minotaur or whatever.
The Minotaur is Gregor. Gregor is
Okay.
the name of the Minotaur. He's being played by my good buddy Kevin here.
Okay,
and,
who I've never met. Who?
No, we've met. We've met before.
Kevin, where?
Yeah, you met once.
Once.
We met very quickly,
didn't
and I
know
said,
you
hello,
the one
wife.
time I've met this good friend. I love you. Hi, Gregor. Hi. I'm not even gonna call you Kevin. I'm just gonna
You're
call you
Gregor
Gregor.
now.
Like if you come over, you're gonna be called Where's Chris? Is Chris here?
Chris
Chris
left
dipped
because
out.
his character died.
Oh well. pussy.
I'm getting. So myself and Skip are getting vaxxed on Monday, and then in May we're getting vaxxed. So I mean, like, I had a flight to Colorado booked
Okay,
originally, and I could renew that, and I had like enough for me and Skip to fly.
We're wait for me.
So I
I'm
mean,
just-
we could maybe finagle that.
Vax appointments are just non-existent in Ohio because everybody's trying to get it.
Lame.
Like,
I
get
thought the same with
vaccinated.
Maine. And I just moved up here from New York, and New York it was like, vax everybody, vax their asses off. And then I moved to Maine, and Maine, like, next week apparently, is like getting like 42% less of what happened this week. And this week it was very difficult for me to find a vaccine like appointment. And I've been trying very hard with Skip. Her and I have been like very diligent on like trying to get an appointment where like we could go this week and get vaxxed. And sorry to bring real life into D&D, but you know, the world is how it is.
Yeah,
Right.
And fortunately, like I had a very long phone call today, and at the end of the meeting, like 10 minutes after, I was like, F it, like it was a long phone call. I'm gonna spend like a few minutes and just like try to, because like throughout the day I had 6 windows refreshing to try to find the vaccine for me and Skip so that we'd be safe. And today I was like, F it, like let me just look for a few minutes, hit refresh on a few websites, and see if I can, you know, get something for the two of us. And I hit up Walgreens, and Walgreens, they had appointments available, and I was like, yeah, right. And I clicked through, and lo and behold, I was able to make an appointment for me. And I like ran over to her in the other room, and I'm like, quick, like boot up your computer, like log in, make a Walgreens account, like let's get you vaxxed. And lo and behold, like Monday we're going to drive out and get the Pfizer vaccine. Pfizer? Shizer?
Pfizer.
Shizer is German for shit.
nice.
Pfizer vaccine.
Yeah, that's,
so like,
I got the
it's
Pfizer
great.
myself because I work for the school system as a school bus driver, and so it wasn't bad for me because like
But
this.
your wife.
But my wife almost died. Yeah, so for me it wasn't too bad. My wife didn't have as bad a time getting it, but she had really bad like side effects from it.
Oh yeah,
But,
I'm ready for that.
Yeah. For me, it wasn't that bad because getting it was real easy with the school system because the schools were like, hey, we're going to email you because we're trying to get like as many of the school people vaccinated as possible because you work with a shitload of kids.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, yeah. So I signed up for like the first one and I got in and it wasn't that bad. But
For me, it
yeah.
was very time consuming and difficult. Like,
Yeah.
cause like even up until like this past weekend, I wasn't considered a Maine resident, and now I am. So like, you know, I'm expecting to show up on Monday, and they're gonna be like, "You're not a Maine resident. Like, take your shit and leave." And it's like, no, I am a Maine resident. Like, you can leave too. It's hard. Yeah, and it beats New York because they I have a lot of family in New York, obviously, and they've been able to kind of like squeak by with all that, but like it's been kind of hard, especially in New York too. I've had a lot of I know a lot of people that have been affected through COVID directly or have died from it directly. There's a lot of people where it's like I couldn't really attend their funerals because they didn't like stream it, and I couldn't make it there, which is pretty like effed up. But
Yeah.
it's nuts.
It was super weird the last year because ordinarily most of my bagpipe gigs are like at bars and weddings. And I had like
Weddings don't exist right now.
one private gig and 2 funerals. It was all
Yeah.
the bagpipe gigs I had last year after St. Patrick's Day. I had like a couple of things before St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, I checked you out,
before it
like
really
playing at a gig
started.
there on St. Patrick's
Yeah.
Day.
Mhm. But yeah, then the next year it was just like I played 2 funerals and both of them were like legit for people that I actually knew.
Yeah,
which
that's
is
not
like
cool.
just kind of freaky.
Yeah, not fun.
Yeah.
Booze all of a sudden just hit me like a truck. So
All right, Crow's drunk. Should we get back to the D&D?
Yeah, let's get back to D&D. Sorry to be a little morose there.
We
Um,
apologize for our recognizing that real life is an actual thing.
Yeah, we
for
just made a few
stream
real
watchers.
rolls there.
It's okay. We still only have
Sorry
one
about that. We
concurrent
only
viewer
care
and,
about having fun though, and we only care about having beer too. So I mean,
I
that's
don't know
that's
who
kind of
it
how it
is.
is every Friday.
It might be Hawkeye 9901. He said hi at the start of the stream, and nobody's said anything since. So I assume it's Hawkeye. Whoever
That's
that
me.
is.
I'm Hawkeye.
Oh, is it? You are.
Yeah.
God
That
damn.
awkward moment when it's only me. It's me,
Evan.
Austin. Yeah. Sorry, brother. That's me.
I thought we had a person watching. No.
If
no.
so, if it makes you feel any better, I have like 12 people that are watching me on Twitch, but one of them was a spam bot, and the rest are like I see Crow is watching me,
yeah.
and there's other people that are watching, and I'm like, hey guys, like thanks for showing up, like oh like somebody rated me, but like I don't know who they are. Like I got Droop Dog, I got another TV viewer. Go with him, like extra more, like all these people who are here, but like I don't know who they are.
Well, whoever you guys are, you're awesome.
Appreciate you. Yeah.
Watch us more. Check out Drink to the Past on YouTube and Podbean and Apple Podcasts.
And Cobra Cannon on Twitch.
Yeah, check him out too. Here, we're doing the shameless plug like in the middle of our D&D. We're coming close to our runtime anyway. The boss fight's almost there, so or one of the.
The runtime
potential
doesn't
boss
matter,
fights.
man. Yeah, I'll be here till like 5 a.m. So let's go.
I mean, yeah. For this particular episode, it's our 99th episode special, so I'll drink as long as I have beer in the fridge, which is a long time.
I'll drink to
I
that.
probably won't drink quite that long because I might die. Anywho, whose turn is it? Gregor. I just tabbed it to your turn.
It's Gregor. It's Gregor's turn. I am going to. I really want to make the rules complicated and grapple this guy, but I'm gonna attack him with a grape shot with rage.
Okay.
Skip.
Rage that grape shot.
23.
23 will
And I
hit.
don't think an 18 is a critical.
I don't think so.
No, not for me.
Not a ton of things critical. Actually, mostly in 5th edition, most things critical only on 20. There's a couple of like abilities or something. that
I
gives it 19.
think as a barb or like a samurai fighter, you get like 19 crits.
Okay.
But
A
I think if I
handful.
were a champion, that would crit.
Mm-hmm.
Which 23 attack and 8 damage.
Mm-hmm. All right. I accidentally just subtracted the hit points from Gregor instead of. the
This is
boss.
fine.
Oh, oops. But yeah, I put your hit points back. They're fine.
Excellent.
Good.
I am
He is definitely bloodied, but
excellent.
he is ready to go just a little more.
I am going to
Anything.
take my movement and I am going to move in this corner.
Okay.
Hey, I'm Flora, and I host the podcast.
And
Every
I'm
week.
going to
Listeners
end
ask
my turn.
questions, and we find them answers.
All right, Panahike, it will be your turn since that is all the actions Gregor can perform.
Okay.
If you're wondering
I'm going to hop on the barrel opposite of Gregor,
Alright.
and I'm going to take another stab at him with my rapier.
All right. Flanking gives you advantage in 5th edition, I believe.
Yes, it does.
So, I had to ask about a 5th edition rule, so I have to drink.
Offering home services on Auto Trader. Can you video chat with a
My
car dealer?
2d20.
Will they walk your dogs?
9 plus 4 is 13.
Yes. Will they make you
Okay,
fajitas?
that just happened to work out that way.
Can you start
Yeah,
paperwork
does
That's
it-
funny how that worked out.
Yes.
13 will barely miss.
Easy from
Ah.
home. Also, yes. Participation in distance.
I
may-
You got a
saw
BA?
it all.
Services must comply with state or local
I
COVID-19
did.
ordinances.
Your attack goes right by him, cutting off a piece of his mustache, and he doesn't even notice because he still hasn't seen you from your stealth.
Oh, I was in stealth?
I thought you were.
I thought.
Well, attacking breaks that, right?
Well,
Yeah, but I thought he re-rolled it again at the end of his turn or some sort of thing is what he said.
you never gave us the definitive.
We started
I don't
talking about
know
like
how this
real life
works in
shit
this
pretty
edition.
hard.
Yeah, because I mean, if he had,
You
I
could,
had
so
stealth-
like as a rogue, you could roly-poly on to like hide within my space
mm-hmm.
and roll again for a hide stealth as a bonus action.
I could, but I was usually using that to duck out. So I guess what happens is contingent on whether or not my presence was known beforehand. Because if it was known beforehand, I would have gone with a sneak attack. Because
Oh, because you're flanking, you moved a little bit further.
right.
Rogues, man.
So DM, what's the
Yeah.
scenario?
This DM's playing
I-
3E, it's fine.
Yeah. I thought you re-entered stealth by some mean is what you explained last turn, is what I thought you explained.
I had rolled to re-enter stealth. You just never told us if that was successful or not.
Okay, what was your roll?
You can't
will
like
re-roll
stealth,
for him.
attack, and then stealth.
Well,
Okay.
Without provoking opportunity if you move. But he's gonna move within no opportunity and then hide as a bonus action. So I think it's okay as a rogue.
yeah, because
I think you're
I've
good,
always-
Crow.
I've always hidden with my bonus action after the fact.
This is what makes
okay.
this is what makes rogues good too, because like you can like pop the stealth attack, miss, and then roll around and then hide behind me as a bonus action. That's a thing. That's within 5e.
That's what I've been doing pretty much the whole.
Yeah,
time.
and you
Anyway.
you could do that now and be fine.
I threw a 15.
Okay, so I will roll his. Seeing check. He does see you, so you are not granted the stealth this turn.
Okay, so we're gonna stick with my original plan then, which means my attack missed. So I'm going to use that to do exactly what Kevin said and roll
Hide,
behind
bonus
him to
action.
hide, with my bonus action. So we are going to give this another go.
It's like the old double stealth. That's
20.
pretty good.
'Cause the general gist of what I've been doing is make sure that I end the turn with, in stealth, so that I can fire off a sneak attack and then hide again, rinse and repeat.
The math checks out. You can also sneak attack if I am within 5 feet of a enemy.
Oh, I can.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like if I'm just slapping a guy, you can hide forever and then just like fight. But the benefit of you flanking is that you get advantage.
Yeah.
I mean, I get
Rogues,
advantage
man,
if I'm-
rogues.
If I'm in stealth, I get advantage anyway.
If you're stealthy Delphi, then you could just like hang out on my back forever.
Yeah. It's neither here nor there. I missed,
Alright.
and now I'm on your back. And life goes on.
All right.
Alright, here comes Jabron.
The fire begins to spread all about the room. And
Mine eyebrows.
he's going to exit your threatened space, which will provoke attacks of opportunity from both of you.
Yes, it will. With advantage. Would a 13 perhaps hit this gentleman?
13 will unfortunately miss.
Shit.
Oh, wow. Haha. I have set up my appointment for vaccination.
All right, my man. I'll drink to that.
Yeah, so get an extra drink for Crow.
I'll need another beer after this.
My second shot will be in May, which means sometime after that we can all party at John's house.
Oh yeah.
I'll have a shot for that.
We'll finally have that vaunted live drink to the past
Right.
episode.
I would
Yeah,
love a
remember that,
live drink to the past.
Like Sean and I have been talking about it off and on for 2 years now.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
would be so great,
Crow
like
was gonna
skipping
come
a
to
fly out for
Colorado,
sure.
like, right before the pandemic started, and then the pandemic started, so he couldn't travel. to
Ah,
Colorado,
woof.
so-
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now we'll just all three of us will be there.
Yeah. I'll put you guys up. I got a big couch.
This is fun.
Just share a couch. Give her a nice-
I heard
I'll be the
commentary
little
in the background there.
My wife is just saying that our couch is too big.
That's fine. We can share.
We
I'll
have
be the
no
little
couch right
spoon.
now. We need a couch.
We can just like snuggle up.
I could be the little spoon.
Gregor will be the big spoon.
I drank for that.
All right.
Yes, carry on.
So, let's
This guy
see,
runs
Panaheat,
away.
what
He
is
takes his
your
action
attack
to
of
do that.
opportunity? Yeah, you both got an attack of opportunity. Gregor's missed. Panahik, you can make your attack of opportunity.
Oh, I will probably. I mean, I can do anything, right?
Anything?
Well, you could take an.
Yeah, I believe
Can I
it's
sneak
just
attack?
a basic attack.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Can you use sneak attack on an attack of opportunity?
I don't know.
It's
in
a
third
technically
edition,
it's
I
a
believe.
reaction.
Mm-hmm.
I would assume probably not then. So
Yeah.
I'll
let
do a little googly there.
you do that.
Yeah, in
while
third
I-
edition, it would depend on the conditions of the who you were attacking and whether or not they could see you. And if you're flanking, in some cases, you could get attack of opportunity that way. So in fifth edition, I'm not 100% sure, so I will drink. But yeah, I'm not sure if you can sneak attack or not.
You do.
Cool.
I can sneak attack.
Mm-hmm.
Good, because fuck my rapier apparently.
Hey, you know why this really helps rogues is because rogues don't really get access to the second attack unless they do dual wield.
Mhm.
So yeah, Crow, you're good.
Cool. I'm gonna have to use my rapier because I'm out of daggers. So does a 12 hit?
12 will miss.
Fuck. God, this rapier
Damn.
is garbage. Gonna. Just gonna use my bonus action to hide for a sec. So-
All right. Well, he exits through the door, and as he does so, he throws some sort of concoction upon the ground, which causes it to burst into flames.
Oh.
Gregor, it will be your turn.
This serves as a problem.
Well,
You're now
then
in a flaming room of fire.
this is I walked into a burning room of fire. Burn, 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 and holy fuck. Alright, I'm going to take my turn to...
Hold on, you said the song, so now I have to play it on the bagpipes.
Alright, here we go.
Maybe.
Discord hates this.
Yeah, so it seems. But it's good on his end, and that's what matters.
This is fine.
There we go. Never expected Johnny Cash on bagpipes, did you?
Criminy Jiminy. Alright. I am going to move about this room with Crawl on my back. And I am going to take my movement to try to the best of my ability to make it towards the door.
All right.
With
As you
Crow.
pass through several flaming squares, make a dexterity saving throw.
Yes, I get an advantage on this. I get an 18.
All right. You save and only take half damage from the fire as you walk through it.
Huzzah.
One damage.
Alright, excellent.
Crow, since you're also moving through the fire, I'll have you also make the saving throw.
Okay. Must be a tall fire.
While this is happening, I'm going to just hit up the refrigerator.
Plus 4, 15. No, yes, 15.
Okay. That'll also save, so you only take one as well.
Okay, excellent.
Where am I? There I am. Hold on.
Yeah, you're kind of both in the same square there.
Can I make an attack on this gentleman?
Yeah.
Alright, I will make a grape shot attack. Does a 12 hit?
Oh, I only saw the nat 1. You have advantage, so that's good for you. I was like, oh man.
No.
Poor
Yes,
guy.
yes.
Yeah. So the nat 1 is averted by the fact that you have advantage, so the 12 will miss, however.
Okay. Did I see which door he was making the way towards? Perhaps this one?
He just made his way out of the first door as he kind of set it ablaze.
I'll cordon
so
this
he was-
door.
Yeah, he was just kind of getting in. Okay, so you'll kind of block off that door so he can't get out.
Yes,
Makes sense.
exactly. And I will take a reprieve, and I'll be returning in just a moment.
All right. While Kevin is up, it is Panahik's turn.
In a retroactive sense, one of my daggers was still lodged in this guy. Can I make a sleight of hand roll to see if I was able to swipe that dagger while we were passing by?
I think if you had said it at the time, I don't know. That's kind of difficult because he's like unconscious and on fire and on a flaming barrel and all that. So I'm gonna rule no, not in this case.
Okay. In that case, then, I, in frustration, am going to do a sneak attack where I just simply throw my dagger or my rapier at him as if it were a dagger.
All right.
Because I'm sick of its bullshit.
Okay, so you will get your normal rapier attack bonus, except for it is not a thrown weapon, so you will not get your proficiency bonus with it.
That's fine.
Okay.
Does a 15 hit?
Yes, it does indeed.
Hey. Which means... Plus... type, there we go. Plus 2, right? Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Damn. Good rolls there.
I buried it in him. I was so pissed with the rapier that it finally did something useful.
All right.
Depending on if he's still alive or not, I will take my bonus action to hide again.
Okay. Yeah, as you are kind of backing out of the flaming room atop your sturdy mount of sorts, which is Gregor the Minotaur, you rear back as you are hiding behind his horns, kind of holding on to one of Gregor's horns, swaying back and forth as he rides out of the flame, you pass by this mysterious barkeep you see. And as you're kind of swaying back and forth on his horn, you hurl your rapier, and it pierces him straight into the throat and comes out the top of his skull. And
Good
he
riddance.
is slain.
About damn time the rapier did something useful. God. I think it's the only time it actually connected. I'm pretty sure every other swing was a miss.
That was quite a powerful stab you did. I see that your services are quite well warranted.
I aim to please.
All right.
Expert swordsmanship, PM. Where is the rest of my crew? Perhaps... Where are they? Could I shave them? Are they burnt to the flames?
I'm pretty sure the ones left in the room are ashes.
Yeah, most of the ones that might have been slightly alive are now probably dying in the burning pile of kegs in there.
Oh,
Those
shiminy
poor
criminy.
unfortunate souls. Of course he was just destroyed, so I will have to finish my drink.
Woof. Well, I'll leave this in your capable hands, PM. Perhaps you could pat this gentleman down, and I could give you a hand, perhaps, if you would like to see
It's an excellent
if there's
idea. Let's first
anything
thing for an
on
evaluation.
this body. I'll help out if need be.
All right. Let's see.
I will use the aid action to aid Panique.
Do we find anything of value?
Specifically, these guys seem like they were decent people that may have been more important if they had lived longer.
Well, maybe they shouldn't have shot fire at us.
Huh. Woof.
Poor bastards. Upon further inspection, as you are checking around to see if he has anything of use, you do notice that the barkeep here, who you see from his name tag, is actually Kev Over, is a dragonborn, not a human. He was wearing a rubber suit to disguise himself as a
Huh.
human.
Was he a red dragonborn?
Sure.
Motherfucker, it was Roy.
is now.
That guy shows up on Wednesdays. Not Thursdays or Fridays. Oh my goodness, we've just killed what seems to be something not quite human.
Yeah.
Is there like a value to, like, do you cut the ears off of this guy and shave them for something? I don't know. What does the black market pay for this?
That's a good question. I'll have to reach out to one of my contacts. 50 years from now.
Clip his toenails or something. We'll see what we can get from the
bodies
market.
survive. But the bodies survive the time skip if it's from the past. And we'll find out, I guess.
I mean, we've survived the time skip. We're back in the past. Are you a mewling baby with the umbilical cord?
Not as far as you know.
Good, you don't want to see what Minotaur babies look like. We're quite ugly. It's disgusting. It's just a mat of fur. Well, I suppose we are just a mat of fur, but regardless, if we can't find anything of value off this gentleman, I don't want to look in this flaming room. Maybe we should make a way up north.
Up the
Here
stairs
come the
we go.
hiccups.
All right.
How much longer do we have anyway?
I will play until 9 a.m.
So
I'm
the crew is actually
not
dead here.
joking.
So you can come out, and actually, it's quite bustling. There are many orcs having a good old time.
Many orcs? O'Rourke's, you said?
Yes, the orcs are rollicking and frolicking and being grand old chaps.
To be rollicking randy dandy, oh.
I appreciate you.
I'm Assassin's Creed, but I'm not.
I was thinking that of that
The
reference
kiddos,
as well.
it's really funny. The kiddos love drinking songs because they can clap along with them.
Nice.
So we play the songs, and they'll ask, "Is there any clapping in this song?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, there is. We could clap to Whiskey in the Jar."
Perfect.
It's so great. We had a ride home. It was like 45 minutes.
I need to steal my husband.
Oh,
You could steal
You
him.
don't need to talk about whiskey in the jar.
No,
But
we
there's
need
whiskey
to
in
go
the
get
jar.
the bagpipes off of the bed so your wife can sleep.
it might,
Get him off.
It might be time to
No.
call it for the night anyway.
Yes, I believe so. Okay, so I was about to say that anyways. This is a pretty good stopping point in the one shot. We've technically got a tiny bit more of the
It's a
dungeon that
two-shot.
we could technically explore. Yeah,
But the
it's a
wife
two-shot.
is angry.
But
going.
yeah, we will get back to you on Drink to the Past one of these days when we get Crow and Kevin back. That'll be a hilarious time. So yeah, definitely a good time playing with you guys. So now we'll go to the final segment of the podcast where we shill our shit and talk about something until somebody says something ridiculously awkward and I cut
Oh,
off the
boy.
podcast. So where can everybody find you, Kevin?
You can find me literally live right now on twitch.tv/Shabazzle. You can find me.
Scream as me. How hilarious!
Oh yeah, and I'm streaming this and streaming to you on Discord, Mr. Spam. Oh man.
Yeah. Hey, look, my hat. I thought about wearing this as my pirate hat, and then instead I went for just the
pirate
V-neck.
bandana does it. I didn't really get that far into it. I'm sporting the Boundary Break shirt.
Nice.
But I mean, yeah, like I will be here on a random Friday every once in a while. That's the best time that you can find me on this show.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Randy Dandy O, am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Randy Dandy O'Rourke.
Rollickin' Randy Dandio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Check out
Heave
that
a
guy.
haul, heave away,
Way hang and
roll and go. The anchor's on board and the cables are stored to be rollicking Randy Dandy O.
You look a little lost, Sean.
Yeah, you know, all those good old sea shanties. It's so weird being a fan of sea shanties beforehand, and now they're like popular on TikTok. But I feel like if I uploaded a sea shanty on TikTok, everybody'd be just like, that guy's copying everybody doing sea shanties. Fuck him.
We could sea shanty.
Nonsense.
I played
everyone-
the Wild Rover for many a year.
Here, hold on.
You
I'll
was
play that.
you fan of Longest Johns?
I spent all my money on whiskey and beer.
Highly recommended. Longest Johns on YouTube. Great guys. Fantastic shantymen.
As often they can to play the Wild Rover. And it's no, nay, never. No, nay, never, no more.
It's hard to play
Till
and
I
sing at the
play the Wild Rover.
I don't know.
No, never, no more.
I mean, I know it, but I don't know.
There we go. Yeah, all right. So we have been Us People, and of course you can also catch Crow on his various streaming places.
Yeah.
Along with the 4 players, he's one of those guys that does 4 players.
I'm one of the 4 players, yes. But I am currently live on Twitch at twitch.tv/CrowbirdCannon. I stream
You're
every
both
day.
Streaming my stream?
Crow
streaming
is a
live right now.
recent Twitch affiliate, and I just
Yeah.
caught that off the Twitter. So, Crow, congrats, man.
Hell
I
yeah,
know
man.
That's a big
also.
deal.
Thank you, and tell Skip as well. Thank you for both following. But
Yeah, of course.
You guys can follow me on twitch.tv/CobraCannon. I stream every day except Tuesdays and the one other day.
Yeah,
Thursday,
Tuesdays
probably?
and Wednesdays,
Monday, Thursday?
man. I hate those days.
I stream every Wednesday. Wednesday is always our Pokemon Coliseum Nuzlocke days.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, as long as everybody's there, it's because that's the.
All right, wife
Wednesday's
time.
dedicated-
Let's wrap it up.
Yeah, yeah. Everybody say
Yeah.
something really awkward.
Uh,
I sold Pokemon cards and made money off of them, and then bought shit with pills. The end.
so disappointed.
Yeah, they're gone.
I agree.
They're
Oh my
over.
God.
Like, I had those for like 20 years, and now they're gone. Later, Gator.
Damn.
Yeah,
So sad.
it's over. No more Pokemon.
And we salute you.
Sean,
Kevin's Pokemon cards.
Sean, you need to learn Randy Dandio, so that way when we all come, whenever that happens to Colorado, we can do a 3-man Randy Dandio shanty.
Yeah, link
When-
me that shanty because I'm sure I've heard it, but it's like
On it.
in my head, but it sounds like a different one that I'm familiar with, but it's not that one. So I'm like, I keep thinking of the other one, and so send me a link in the Discord. Or,
The girls come
or-
down in their frocks, and they sell you Pokemon cards and Godzilla cards.
Godzilla cards.
We're outward bound for Volifo Bay. Way
Done.
ahead of Roman
Over.
All right, I got it off there on Godzilla cards. Perfect.
This is good.
All right. All right. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, we'll catch you on the flip side. We'll finish this up.
Yeah,
I think it'll just be it'll just be us two. I think.
Regular,